I'm going to give you a quick demo of our CTN Network website, ctnnetwork.net. Join our community. It is free. You just type in ctnnetwork.net, and this is the homepage right here. And if you want to create an account, you would just click up here and create new account right here. Sign up with your email, or you can sign up with just clicking on Facebook or Google. So you can sign up with your Facebook account or your Gmail. So I'm already signed up, so I'm going to click in Gmail right here, and it's going to log me in. And as you can see, this is our homepage. Click on creators right here, and this shows you all the CTN family members that are content creators. Everybody is on here. If you want to go to one of their YouTube channels, for example, if you want to go to Crypto Talk Now, just click on channel, and it takes you right over to the YouTube channel for that particular creator. And you click on community. This is our community right here. We do have a forum, and this is a forum where you can post things, you can interact with one another. And there's also a blog right over here that we post our own content on. And if you click on CTN Studios, you can watch our live show and other content creators' live shows right through this CTN Studios. We do have advertisements for some of the content creators. There's the Crypto Smith, there's Waddy, the Crypto Hunter, and we also have live charts for the ISOs right in this box right here. We have a feature where you click on the heart if you want to donate to us. You can donate with Ethereum or Binance, BNB. And also, if you click on this button right here, we're going to have a call-in feature, which is already live. If you want to call us, just click on the green icon, the green phone icon, and click on call now. And during the show, between 9:15 and 10, when we announce it, when Max is on or when I'm on with Max, we will start accepting phone calls, and you guys can be live with the show. If you want to turn your video on, you can come on camera as well. So good stuff there. Now back onto the homepage. If you click on members, you can see all the people that are members here. All these people here, like Chaka just signed up, Gills33, Miguel. All these people here are members of our community, so you guys can sign up and then you can chat with one another. So you can either click over here, message right here. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to welcome him. I'll send him a quick message, and then I can click enter or just a little arrow. If you want to message somebody else, you can click on message, or you can go right over here into members chat and go ahead and message them and create a new chat if you want by clicking this little button right here. Now also, if you scroll down here, you can see some of the past videos that our content creators in our content creator family have created. You can go in here and watch some of the recorded videos. They're scrolling down here. Just choose one to watch. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this brief demo. Make sure you sign up so you can interact and be part of the community when we are not on the live show.
Hope you guys enjoy that new brief intro I just made this morning. Thought I'd bring it here to you guys. This show's gonna be fire. I'm telling you flat out. I was so disappointed with what happened with yesterday. I was like, I gotta up my game and make sure everything's plugged in right. There's no issues. Double test it, triple test it, boil it, mash it, stick it in a stew. If you're just connecting tonight, I'm telling you flat out, I got some great news for Jasmine, especially. And it's going to be one of our biggest news headlines of tonight. So if you want me to bring some Jasmine fire, I'm telling you flat out, I got it. On top of that, we have everything else tagged here tonight that we cover. It's going to be an absolute great show. And then on top of that, what's going to state is this guy in the background. Anyway, needs to go to bed. So with that said, glad to be able to be here tonight. And if anything, let's go ahead and get it into the comments. All right. Start things off with Mr. KK, who says the poor sell the dip, the rich buy the dip, the wealthy buy a lot. That's a very good point. Tim Shea, who is in the house, he says, what you say, Tim Shea? Also say hello to JC. I guess JC's comment got cut off, but yes, hello to JC. I have to kind of go back and forth in regards to what we have because on my StreamYard, it's not refreshing how many people are here. That's okay. But yeah, it's good to see you, Tim. Thank you for being here. Tim Shea says, those early comments always get erased for some reason. Very true. Tim Shea says, hi, JC. Watch some of your videos today. Keep up the good work. Awesome. All right. Edward Vince is in the house. Shout out to him and Top Shelf Crypto. Happy Saturday. What up, Crypto Talk Now? Max, JC, Tim Shea, KK, how's it going? It's going really good. Glad to be here, man. And let's see here. Going to welcome a few more of you guys. Going to welcome Brian Dowie, who's in the house. Thank you for being here. KK says, hey, Max and Larry, thanks for all your hard work. I really appreciate that. Very, very much. It's always nice to be appreciated, but most of all, you know, appreciate our community being here. Without you guys, we are absolutely nothing, and that's a fact. Mr. Lambo's Crypto Talk, thank you so much for being here as well. Baylor Bear 03, my friend went to Baylor, graduated from there, and now he works for Funimation. Actually has a new name now. I forgot about that. But anyway, yes, let's go. Shout out to your team, your school, and Baylor Bear 03. Maybe consider changing your avatar to something that speaks more about who you are and what you're about. Maybe you do something in regards to Baylor if you choose to do so. But I want to give you a formal welcome. I already said, of course, thank you for being here tonight. But yes, welcome. We never seen you here before. At least I haven't. And of course, I'd like to welcome you guys. Let's give the warm CTN welcome to Baylor Bear 03. Any questions and comments you have, no matter if you're new to crypto, you've been in this for a long time, feel free to drop it. All right. I want to welcome Boomer Effin Sooner, who says, howdy, Matty Max. Thank you for being here as well. Not Sherlock Holmes, but Crypto Holmes 777 is here in the house. Thank you for being here as well. So welcome a few more people before we kick it into our news coverage for today. Blackwood's here. Hey, here we go. Evening, everyone. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Rain's in the house. Here we go. Boom. Yes, Rain. Good to see you. And as you would say, I got the fat juice. All right. So there we go. Edward Vincent. All right. Well, thanks, man. It said it was copyright free. So I was like, well, don't know until you test it. So hopefully it'll be our permanent little, thing. And I always thought that that's what the show was missing. And so, yeah, try to do like a nice proper intro, take what Larry had and then combine it with, I guess you could say some of my intro skills and get it going. So thank you for recognizing that, Edward. Appreciate you, man. And thank you for the Quant Papa, Vinny Smalls, Quanfi Mafia, represent baby. Oh, all right. You guys don't know what we're talking about. We share that on Crypto Twitter and sent it to Quant Papa, and you seem to enjoy it. All right. Blackwood, great song choice, Max. Well, thanks. The way I look at it, it's a nice opener, and it kind of gets the juices going. I thought it was cool. But if it does get flagged, I don't know what to say. So, it just on the internet, it basically said that it was what do you call it? Copyright free and royalty free or something like that. So I was like, we'll see. All right, Brian Now, he's up Blackwood. Wouldn't mind having the whole track. I like that song. It's a cool song. All right, Rayan, it's me. Yes. Is it Rayan you're looking for? Why now, Richie? I'm going to say at least once. All right, Barely Bear 03. What are we thinking about Leo X? First quant coin. We have covered Leo X. We did a deep dive in Leo X. There's something that we continue to cover. Maybe I should try to put more of a tag in regards to Leo X. We don't want it to be the forgotten one, but that is a great point. I feel very good about it. And if anything, I believe it is in 2 days. If I'm not mistaken, yes, it is. It's in 2 days. on Monday. It'll be publicly listed on LCX. So as you guys know before, we had the private sale and so on, and we covered all that. But yeah, how about it being publicly listed for everyone to have access to it, not having to do like a backdoor method of acquiring and so on. And we'll see how that public launch, I guess you could say, on LCX goes. And knowing that, guys, come on, he's right. The first ever QRC 721 token, and it's listed on the Liechtenstein exchange. Liechtenstein. All right. Anyway, say what's up to Blackwood. Mr. Lambo's Crypto Talk says FAU is in. We can get the U in the Final Four. It'll be a 50% South Florida Final Four. Let's effing go. Very cool stuff. All right, Rayan, Baylor Bear. Sobo's in the house. Glad to have you here tonight, Sobo. Very good to see you. Really appreciate you. And yes, go Jasmine is what she says. All right, let's go further down. Summer R, Jasmine, excellent. Yes, thank you very much for everyone being here. I'm really looking forward to go seeing my barber within the next day or so. I probably look like I aged another 10 years. I really need to get it all cleaned up. Anyway, it will happen. As you guys know, when you get older, some people choose to diet. Some people say to hell with it. My thing is, I do try to keep up with it, but sometimes it can be kind of tough. 26 wonderful people watching. Smash that like if you haven't done so already. Welcome Magic Power. It says, hello, guten Tag, Liechtenstein Exchange. Adjust me in the house. Yes. All right. Let's go and see a couple more people. I heard that Leo X is coming to Uniswap. I heard that as well. I think we did report that. All right. Let's go and welcome just a few more people. And we're going to welcome Stump Rider, who's here. Thank you for being here. Of course, welcome again, Magic Power. Janet Fagan. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, God, I know where you're going with this. All right, where are we going to on-ramp and off-ramp? That's a good question. And if anything, I'm just kind of, as Larry would say, behooved by the name. So I can't believe I just said it. So every now and then people get me on a blooper reel. But how about this? I'll say this. Welcome, Janet. Thank you for being here. Maybe you do put bedhead yelling, her avatar as your avatar if you choose to do so. But let's welcome Janet, everyone. Can't believe I read both of those things, but every now and then something slips through. But anyway, welcome. All right. Very cool stuff. Let me go further down. Stevie, thank you for being here. All right, let me see. I think I'm pretty close to the bottom. I think I welcome everybody for the most part. Somebody say something about Waddy. Yep, Waddy the man. All right. Watched your Jasmine video earlier today, Max. You got another bag, even more bullish now. All right, here's the thing. While that was a good video, don't get me wrong, time to get into some fire. Yeah, some absolute fire. I will both do a recorded. You guys get it first on the live. It is going to be awesome. If this is what you're tuning in for because you love the Jasmine content or Quant, some of these other ones, I'm telling you flat out, you're really, really going to like this. And if anything, I'm going to put that at the top of the queue, and we're going to get into it right now. Smash that like if you haven't done so already. I'm telling you flat out, this is the QNT news you are looking for. Yes, Lionel Richie, all that good stuff. But you know what? We will jump to that first part first before we even get into the other Jasmine news that we have for you guys tonight. Just seeing how we're doing with how many. Okay, so I was thinking, it'd be nice if we had at least 40 here for this, but it might just be a weird day with Saturday. There's other people doing shows as we speak, and that's all fine. That's okay. They could catch up, and if anything, we'll do a record on it as well. Why keep you guys waiting? Let's go ahead and jump right into that. And before we get into it, I will answer this. That's going to be on Utility Talk Now for Monday. I already agreed with Sean that we will get into Cypherium video part 2. So if you're wondering what's going to happen for Monday's show for Utility Talk Now, we will do part 2 in regards to that. So we'll get into all that. But for now, I'm going to get into Jasmine, and also want to welcome Summer R. Bring the Fire. Yes, thank you very much. All right, let's go ahead and jump into that right now. And, why not, right? So there's a couple things, and maybe you missed the first part. So we'll jump into that. And here it is. And it's basically this right here. Hold on just a second. So I'll present in a way you can see the whole shebang, right? All right. So I want to show you this. And basically speaking, all right, some of you guys already got some highlights from this. And yes, we will get into the fire, but we'll start off with this. So, Hara, had that for example, that particular AMA that we saw was a few days ago. Jasmine US went ahead and, took some little snippets, highlights from this, right? So he says, I kept it real on Jasmine AMA. I've got your back, right? And it says, thank you, of course, from Hara, Jasmine US for all your support. Yes, I have not mentioned price much, but I will answer here. The first step is to link the database to the wallet. This is one of their goals for 2023. Next, they will move on to the phase of linking the exchange value of the data with Jasmine. In this phase, we will partner with various data using companies and collaborate with talented AI teams to raise the value of data held by each person to at least 500. As a result, we hope to reach the target value we set as a KPI. Now, of course, some people reply to that. Most are like, heck yeah, that's great. Like they want to see this. On the previous page, actually, that's more of a reference to what I just said. Let's see here. It says, hi, Hara. I should start off with this one. I apologize. This Jasmine US from Twitter host. It says, I grew up with Sony products and have a deep respect, of course, for CEO Kunitake Ando and your entire team, especially if you're a person that grew up like in the 80s and so on, or you saw the evolution of Sony, whether it's PlayStation 1, other some of their other products, right? Just like from a how about this, from a stereo perspective, right? My first home stereo, and by the way, is still here, it still works, right? It was my my Sony home stereo. I have a 1200 watt amp back in the thing. It's still a beast. But the point is, it says, we are very excited about the future Jasmine in the US and globally. Due to this excitement, many early investors purchased Jasmine around 10 cents, 20 cents, or even higher. How can you reassure early investors that they will see a return on their investment? Restoring investor faith in bad times is key. And I want to state this. I want to do my best to do the 5 minutes out, but I'm telling you flat out, you got to give me a chance here tonight to bring this to you and keep it right on track, because this is some juicy stuff. Flat out, please smash that like if you haven't done so already. So it says, restoring investor faith in bad times is key. Additionally, if you go more into detail about how achieving the 17.87 KPI goal of 2026, is that possible? That would be fantastic, right? So they recognize this whole thing is $17. That's like a consistent thing, kind of like XRP, the 589 thing is a consistent thing, right? So of course, on this other particular one, and I apologize for that, I meant to have that loaded up first, he does respond to that. Now, here's something I saw, and I said to myself, wow, one person commented about that. And we'll get here in a second. But of course, some people respond to this. This guy, I believe I follow him. His name is Ketard. Surely that'll be the best question of all. Most people are like, heck yeah, thank you for answering. Only like a couple people, I guess you could say flooding, right? People are glad he's keeping it real. Anyway, when I go further into this, there's this guy who 14 hours ago, all right, out of the blue just drops a link, right? So for most people, imagine they skipped over this. So draw your attention to this guy. His name is Muhammad Asif Bhatti. He likes hiking, walking, healthy stuff like that, right? So I was like, all right, well, there's a Japanese link. So when I went there, I went to this particular site and I was like, what the heck is this? You know what I mean? It's all being interpreted in Japanese. And I'm like, well, you guys know me. I'm going to take a deep dive. Well, as I was doing more of my deep dive research, right, it starts interpreting in Japanese to English. And look what we have here. News release. This is from a particular site called Applix. Now, there's two different Applix, and I'll show you that here in a brief bit. This is big. The reason why it's so big is because remember the other day, I think it was yesterday, literally, we reported on the whole thing of Jasmine, and when it came to like also it was a particular medical field, right? That wants to use their software, I guess you could say, right, with doing proper data storage for medical IT related stuff. Remember we talked about that yesterday? Here's some more juicy stuff. News release. Multi-cloud storage service Neutrix Cloud, handled by Applix as a reseller, has been adopted by Jasmine. No, there's no, oh, is this just speculative? Oh, is Max just trying to scratch something on the surface and then, do something speculative like I supposedly did with Pokemon? No, it says it plain as day, Jasmine Inc., which is involved in Internet of Things platform development, etc., collaboration related to cloud system accelerates. Applix Co., if you're wondering, listen to this, is headquartered in Shinjuku-ku, Tokyo. President Satoko Kurabayashi, hereinafter referred to as Applix. And you also got to keep in mind, this is, the Japanese to English interpretation of everything. So some things are going to be spot on, some things aren't. Which develops solutions for IoT, Internet of Things products, such as Jasmine Co. They're reiterating this, which develops and provides IoT platforms. Head office, Minato-ku, Tokyo. President Kazumasa Soto, hereinafter referred to as, quote, Jasmine, Neutrix Cloud Japan Co. Limited, headquartered where? Shioyoda-ku, Tokyo President and CEO. Oh, man. This guy here, I'm not getting all this, right? Referred to as NCJ, we are pleased to announce that the multi-cloud storage service Neutrix Cloud, listen to this, guys, Neutrix Cloud, provided by Jasmine, has been adopted. Yeah, mic drop moment. Neutrix Cloud, if you're wondering about this, maybe I could blow it up just a little bit. Let me see if I can. I apologize for that. I could blow it up way more, apparently. All right, that's good. I was thinking I couldn't because it was the original interpretation. Yeah, Neutrix Cloud by Jasmine has been adopted. Neutrix Cloud is a full-fledged multi-cloud that can be easily expanded to PB. No, not peanut butter, but sounds good, don't it? Petabyte class data and can be connected to Amazon Web Services. My God. Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud Platform, GCP. So one thing I want to point out real quick, the other day we're talking about the whole thing with Flux. Remember how, shout out to Tim Shea for getting Flux. Flux is able to, of course, stand out because they provide the same services, the same hardware. You're getting basically all the same for wholesale prices. That's the bottom line. What's the key thing mentioned here also? It's Jasmine's connection with what you see with Neutrix Cloud, right? So this is a cloud storage that stores data in Japan. Again, connecting the dots for crying out loud. Tokyo region and Osaka region, and can be expanded up to 1 PB plus. So you can store large amounts of data with peace of mind. In addition, Applix will start collaborating with NCJ, which develops Neutrix Cloud in Japan. And it says from April 2021, and since then has been providing multi-cloud storage service Neutrix Cloud as a distributor of NCJ. They have moved on. On the other hand, now they're going to reiterate. This is great stuff. I'm telling you flat out. If you want the Jasmine news, here it is. It says fire, it's fire. Jasmine Inc.'s mission is to create and provide a system platform that allows anyone to use things easily, safely, and with peace of mind. There's a company that's working on the development and provision of IoT platforms. Oh, there's nothing there, Max. Oh, you just a shiller. You just trying to do this because you get views. I can't believe I saw some of those fudders say some of that stuff. Unbelievable. In addition, since March 2021, Applix and Jasmy have been collaborating on joint research and development and implementation of demonstration experiments towards the creation of his new IoT business that applies the blockchain technology provided by Jasmy. Now, in regards to Applix, it says it is a high security personal data locker developed and provided by Jasmy. Oh, they're providing this company personal data lockers. Shout out to, was it Blackwood who enjoyed the particular video? What does that recorded video say? It says data lockers. And then what's it say below it? Understanding the bigger picture. This is the taste. This is the start of the bigger picture. Fudders can take whatever they want off the surface. They're just looking at the chart. It looks like a blatant run pill. But if they have done more of their own research, which we have done, right? We all have done it together as a freaking coalition of researchers. Shout out to every single one of you guys. The point is this. When you take more of a deeper dive into Jasmy, you become that much bullish continuously. My goodness. As a result of proposing Nutrix Cloud as one of the distributed storage of Jasmy personal data locker, it was adopted by Jasmy. So we decided to provide Nutrix Cloud to the company. Oh, we just decided to provide it to the company. No big deal. No big deal at all. Have you seen the prices of Jasmy? Yeah, it's kind of like distressed. But the key is working in the background. Now, here's a quick thing. The companies that work in the background that have sideways consolidation at rock bottom prices, what have we seen lately? They really have been taken off. Perfect example, XDC. I'm not going to do a deep dive into that right now, but that speaks for itself. In addition, in providing Nutrix Cloud to Jasmy this time, Applix is providing Jasmy with support for creating and proposing system configuration plans and POC proof of concept. In the future, we plan to continue to provide operation maintenance and system construction support to Jasmy according to the development of Jasmy Personal Data Locker. They literally mention Jasmy here, I don't know, 50 plus times. Yeah, unbelievable. Applix has built a cooperative relationship with both Jasmy and NCJ, and they believe that this transaction will also contribute to building a relationship between Jasmy and NCJ. In addition, they believe that this case will expand the possibility of realizing a service that can further improve the security of personal information. Yeah, of course. Why? Because they understand where they're located. They also understand that, when it comes to Jasmy's main utility layer is data democratization. And by extension, we believe that we can contribute to the creation of an environment where service users can safely and securely use their own, personal data. Says that's all. But there's a lot more to it. They give you links on the site about Jasmy, the trade with Jasmy. But the key thing is even a URL to Jasmy. So there's no speculation here whatsoever. And for Flutters who are still in doubt, not you guys, how about this real quick? You go right to the Applix site, service use cases. Applix provides the following solutions for customer needs related to IoT. Remote monitoring system. Look at this. It's all in Japanese. Very, very similar to understanding, especially if you've seen some of the other pictures from Jasmy, how it's all tied in. Yeah. Even if I didn't know Jack Dilly squat, or I was the type of guy where, I don't understand no Japanese. Come on, use your head. Connect the dots. Look at this. No pun intended. Look at all this being connected. But the key thing is understanding Jasmy's personal data locker. You can see how this is all going to work. Sometimes it's great to have visuals. You can even inquire as we speak. I don't know if somebody's going to answer right now, but I did see it. To a customer service person. This is for customers with the following issues. And I swear I'm going to get into the comments just in a bit. But this kind of has to take some priority right now because you know what? This is big. Let's say you want to install equipment sensors on site and acquire data. You want to store device sensors, like it says, data in the cloud for analysts and utilization. You want to visualize device sensor data. You want to do that remotely? I want to know where to perform maintenance on my equipment. I mean, all these specific questions. I want to use multiple data for improvement and next development. I want to control and monitor with a smartphone. Remember yesterday or the day before, we gave you guys Zippy's information that he had. Remember that? It's good, solid information. And we were talking specifically about how smartphones are going to be big. And even with Jasmine and some of these other projects, right? We were talking about Quant, right? Vodafone. Two key things is going from 5G to even 6G in the future. Understand that where we are evolving with Web3. But yes, data, data, data. And of course, there's a lot more into it in regards to all of this. I'm going to just show you just a little bit more. Here's the company information from Applix. Like it says, introducing the management philosophy of Applix Corporation. Greetings from the representative, introduction of directors, the origin of the company's name, of the group, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, they have a whole profile here. They have a lot here. I mean, there's a lot to jump into here. But when I looked into it, I looked into all of it well before the show. And I was blown away to see that this is a legit thing. And it's not a bunch of malarkey. It's a separate thing. And not like, oh, well, somebody just made some random website to make it look like Jasmine was connected with this. Are you kidding me? Have a little bit more in regards to this. You can Google it. As the saying goes, Google it, noob, right? Applix. Type it in on Google. Applix Corporation, software company, headquartered in Japan, subsidiaries. Some of these ones that you see right here. They even are listed on, I believe, the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Yeah, TYO. They were founded. Now, this helps too. This is just a fly-by-night company, Max. I'm a flutter. And that's what I do. So that's just obviously, a fly-by-night company. There's nothing there solid with Jasmine. I will never FOMO in. Yeah, look what it says. Founded February 26, 1986. Now there is another Applix. That has to do with hook and loop. Not the same one. But the point is this one. What does it say? Applix Corporation, software company, headquartered in Japan. President Satoko Kurayashi, and founded February 22nd, 1986. So with that said, let me know what you think in regards to this. I think it's big. We're going to get back in the comments here in a bit, but just one last brief area of highlight, and that's this right here. Applix offers everything needed to start Internet of Things. They have the device, a Bluetooth and Wi-Fi modules, number one market share in Japan. Number one market share in Japan. Again, when we take more of a deeper dive in all this research, and shout out to all you guys that are part of this journey and bringing me some of the things you found, and I'm bringing you guys some of the things you found. You guys tag me, I tag you, you name it, right? It's a wonderful thing because, as I would say, it's like a coalition of, like a network coalition of people doing research. That's the key thing. That trumps FUD 100%, 110%. Application support for Apple and even Android, custom design and generic IoT service application. Hubia works together with the cloud computing. What about that cloud service? All stored data, keyword data, in the platforms can be sent to the cloud as needed. New services can be created using the big data. Why would a company like this that's been around since, let's double check it, 1986 want to mess with Jasmine if there was nothing solid there? Oh, I'm a fudder. I never thought about that. I still don't think there's anything there. You're trying to shill. You're trying to get more views. You're just trying to do this because you're not personally invested in it. What a crock. Yeah, I am. I doubled my position in Jasmine. Oh, well, you're unemployed. Yeah, this is some of the stuff that they say. Unbelievable. All right. Do you know they have an online store? Look at this. Here's the online store. Applix. Look at this. Look at the devices for sale. In what? Japanese yen. Look at this. 42,900 yen. My Beacon Pro. Here's some of their products, guys. Come on. Look at this. Here's one of the hot sellers. My Beacon USB. I mean, a lot of that's in Japanese, but And here's the icing on the cake. Remember a while back, we showed you some pictures. Some of you guys remember this. Remember at the Jasmine offices? If you were paying attention, and I wish I had this picture up right now. Here is, as the saying goes, like if you're a detective, right? The smoking gun. Right here. Remember those pictures that they had at the Jasmine office? Everyone says, oh, that's a bunch of BS. Oh, that's fake. They had that beacon featured on one of what? One of the desks. Boom. How you like them apples? So with that said, I'm really, really glad to bring this to you guys. I thought it was big, thought it was huge, and it deserved proper attention to start off the show. So anyway, hope everybody enjoyed it. And if anything, we'll kick it back into the comments. I know we don't have a big turnout today, and that's okay. But for those who are around, man, that was big. Glad to be able to share it with you guys. All right. Let's get into some of the comments. And let's see here. Going to welcome quite a few people. All right. Summer R says, bring the fire. Boomer F says he likes. Thank you very much for that. Stevie, did you watch the CP? Oh, yeah, I already answered that earlier. Boomer F and Sooners Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July. Oh, really? Well, that could be good. That could be bad. Chicago was bad. You know what? Nice. All right. Tim Shea, a man selling ice cream. All right. Let me see if there's anything on the other particular one. I didn't miss anything. But yeah, I can't wait to see some of you guys' comments in regards to what you just saw for Jasmine. I mean, that was big. Very, very big. All right. Singing Italian songs. All right. Michael Montclair, sign up for XRP grant for developers, app makers. Tech Sunday is the deadline. Thanks you for that update. Michael Montclair says, hey, everyone. Hello to you. Zara in the avatar. Boomer F. Stewart, you see another teacher from our Alma Mater was arrested, McDizzle? Oh, that's not good. All right. Marcello Pedrosa. Hello, all. I'm from Brazil. Well, thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. Pretty cool looking avatar. Was that UFO? Let me see. That's a UFO beaming up something, beaming up some music or something. Yeah, it looks like music, a little note. Very cool stuff. All right. Let me see where we're at on the comments. See if there's any key things here. All right. We go further down. We have Boomer F. Summer says home ec teachers. Oh no, it's actually like 15 cents. Jeez. I don't get that personally. I mean, why would you want to take the, for one, it's sick. And number two, why would you want to take, like, not only take the chance, but like, for one, throw away all the time that you spent with your education, your entire career, and not your life, right? I mean, like you're looking at prison time and stuff like that. That's just horrible. Stardog's in the house. Good to see you here, Stardog. Appreciate you, man. Glad everyone's welcoming Marcello. Yes, well, Marcello, hope to see more of you here. We have a very welcoming community. I would say consider changing your avatar, but you already have a cool custom avatar, the UFO with the music. Crypto Smith is in the house. I dropped by earlier. Wish you could have stayed longer. He says, good evening, Max. Thank you so much for your support, Sean. Really appreciate you, man. Michael Montclair, Nutrix Cloud, peanut butter, and marshmallow treats. I knew somebody was going to catch that. Jasmine, rocket to the moon. Boomer, how does someone become educated enough to become a teacher? And they do it. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And knowing that, it also tells me that something is drastically missing, maybe for that person at home. But there's some cases where some of these people that have great families and everything, and just, I don't know, it sucks to see that. All right, it's like a third teacher arrested in the fire in the last couple of years. Interesting. All right, talking to Crypto Holmes. All right, let's see here. The winning project of this groundbreaking crypto TV show will secure a free listing on the LCX exchange. Yes, that is part of our lineup. I did see that. I'm not kidding you. I did see the same thing you're talking about. It's to take LCX mainstream. There's three key people that you guys are familiar with. Obviously, George of Cryptos R Us is featured in that as well, but we have that for you guys. Blackwood says, looks like Jasmine is going to be a powerhouse. Yeah, no kidding. And at these prices, when we talk about that risk to reward ratio, and then we continuously see what they're actually building with, there's, when it comes to Jasmine, I would say there's probably more FUD. I haven't seen this much FUD for a project. The only one I've seen more of would probably be, I want to say Sephirium gets more FUD, but I still say Jasmine still gets more FUD than Sephirium. The only one that gets more FUD than this is obviously is Saitama, but they deserve it, right? Let's be honest. I hate to say that. We're all, I don't know, we may still be personally investing into it, and it's worth dust at this point. My $4,000 worth is like worth little over $100 or something like that. I mean, it's like, what the heck? All right, Magic Power. 100 million views per month is the perfect platform to bring fast-paced world of cryptocurrency to a mainstream. Very good point. Yeah, guys, I swear that's actually part of our lineup to show you guys that. Crypto Homes, yes, Magic, that is the big one. Big things coming for LCX. Yeah, I'm glad you guys saw that, man. You guys are keeping up in regards to all this, and that's really good stuff. Glad to see it. Guys, smash that like if you haven't done so already. Really do appreciate every single one of you guys here tonight. And let me jump further down. Let me see. Magic Power says, yes, very good for the whole crypto market. And let me read a few more comments. Let's see. Jasmine, LCX, HBAR, Quant, Casper, A0. Yeah, cool. I need to look more into A0. It gets consistently brought up. I am aware of it. I just haven't done a proper deep dive. Started on, I'm telling you flat out, man. I don't know about that, man, but that's been coming up a lot more. Yeah, sounds like a rub because it says, you're going to earn 0 or something like that. That's horrible. But no, it's on the surface, it seems pretty solid. I'm just throwing that out there. Stardog says he dumped his bone. He's done. You're done with it all. Wow. And even Boomer, same Stardog, kept a small bag for great grandchildren. Interesting. I sold it all and turned it into ETH. I don't even care if it moons. Oh, you're just pissed off with them, huh? All right, that's fair enough. I mean, you got to do what you got to do what's best for you and your family and everybody else. Part of the crypto journey, right? All right, let's see here. KK says, whenever I hear Jasmine FUD, I go and buy more. That's cool. All right. Boomer F and Sooner says, so Max, what you're saying is that Jasmine is pretty good. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it's just, my thing is this. We all want to buy a bottom of something that's going to be solid. And then, you know what? Let's face it. Everybody will be talking about when it's like $1 or something like that, right? In the future for the headlines of a lot of other particular projects, right? You'll definitely have to throw it in there. One of the most attractive risk to reward ratio cryptocurrency projects out there. And I think that's why a lot of times you'll see somebody from like the XRP army or whatever. They're also tagging what? Jasmine, because they understand these particular distressed prices. And, as the saying goes, load up, because if you don't, you're going to miss out. And of course, there's FOMO, not financial advice, but that's the way I look at it. All right. Mr. Blackwood says Japan is getting ready for the future while the U.S. is preparing to cut everyone off from the rest of the world. Yeah, great point. Very, very great point. That sucks. It sucks to see that. Nobody wants to see that. But yeah, it's a reality. And if anything, that's what's going on. So, all right, let's go further into the comments. Hold on a second. And hold on, give me just a moment. What the heck is that? Get some boxes kind of like fell off of the rack or something. All right, Stardog, Jasmine and Vet will make you rich. McDizzle's here. Welcome. Sobo says, thanks, Max. Great job. Sherlock, huge for Jasmine. Yes. Thank you for that, Sobo. Really appreciate that. And Baylor Bear says, Leo X coming to Uniswap's rumors. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, basically. All right. So right now, I'm not that far behind. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. Let's use it as a bookmark. Let's jump into more of our news coverage for you guys tonight. And let's see here. All right. All right, let's go ahead and jump into a little bit more of our news. And if anything, we're going to jump right into that right now. All right. So I want to show you guys this. And let's see what we got here. All right, here we go. So if anything, look at this. I did tag Mike Cornwell originally in regards to this, and he retweeted, which is cool. I actually saw somebody post this on CMC. I didn't get a chance to get the guy's whole name or whatever. And not only that, there's a character limit on Twitter that would have blocked off some of this. But yeah, I can't take full credit for everything you see here, but nonetheless, I thought it was really cool to share this. I'm not personally invested in all of these, but I'm personally invested in most of them. Like Quant, obviously, I'm still going to get into Rio. I'm fully aware of Morpheus Network. Obviously, I hold Clearpool. I'm not into Energy Web Token, but I think it's a good project. Same with DAG, right? So, Quant, tokenization communication. Rio, tokenization of real estate. Morpheus Network, tokenization of supply chain. Clearpool, did over like 30 videos for them. Tokenization of DeFi lending. Energy Web Token, tokenization of energy. And DAG, tokenization of data. And we could probably throw Jasmine into the mix, tokenization of data, right? All right. So I thought I should show you guys that. I want to show you guys just a tad bit more Jasmine. I know it seems like the main key highlight is Jasmine. We're going to get into some of the other news. Here's some more in regards to Jasmine. Shout out to the Jasmine movement, which is Stephen Forberg, and also shout out to Manila Will, a great Filipino who covers Jasmine consistently. So it says this is 31 million Jasmine, no longer with one holder. In this case, Binance US. The more tokens out of the top 500 whales and into wallets retail creates what? Liquidity. And it does. Which is good overall. Yeah, absolutely. Think of it like cash. Better that 100 people hold 10 than one person holding 1,000. And that's a great way of looking at it. Now, of course, Manila Will has a follow-up from the other day, and I believe it was yesterday. So this is from yesterday. Let's pull this up. And he replies, of course, to this particular person, Rurgar Daryl Fowler, 13. He says, this originally, I should say, right, posted on the 24th the other day. So Malone Wells says 3 days since trading ended for Binance US, but the US3 wallet is still distributing tokens. And it is 31 million Jasmine sent to wallets since the close, while Etherscan wallets continue to grow as well. Now, as you guys know, here at CTN, we do cover and track some of these things. We may not do it every day, but this is Jasmine. And with the delisting of Binance US, it's definitely worth doing what? Paying attention to it. So Manila Will reports remaining as of yesterday. You have Binance US, like it says right here, the particular amounts 3,699,000, and the other one, right, sent on, and tracked, I should say, on Etherscan of 145,465,761. Now, Sky Regarm says, well, what's the point? Well, here you go. The point is, this is 31 million of Jasmine that is no longer with one holder, and just like we mentioned earlier, that particular report. So really, really cool stuff to see somebody trying to pay attention to it and understanding the significance. When we get further into some of this other stuff, you will see this is kind of reiteration of what we had on our outline. So we're going to jump down into the comments for a brief bit. And if anything, we have a lot more for you. I think the next segment is going to be Quant. Anyway, but yeah, we'll see what's going on with that. And let's see here. Let me just refresh the other page. See how we're doing. All right. Yeah, weird stuff. Kind of a low turnout tonight, but maybe it's that way across the board on this day. I don't know. But a lot of times, with bad news for crypto or whatever, it's reflective in content creation. All right, so let's see here. Let me go further down. Well, you talk about Chicago. Yeah, the band. My bad. Crypto McDizzle for shizzle. Sorry, driving can't read. Yeah, it's all good. Centrifuge, welcome. Securing future with 8 million Jasmine. Awesome, man. You got me beat all the hell on that. Very, very cool, man. Like that's like whale status right there. Kev Cleveland, welcome back. Hi all, just bought some Jasmine last night. Looks like I'm about to buy more. All right. Moonberg says he made it. On top of that, Moonberg says DAG. I'm not personally into DAG, but of course, like to welcome you, Moonberg. Thank you for being here. I believe you got a custom avatar of you with a cool looking street bike. Right on, man. Popping that front wheelie. All right. But yeah, I haven't taken a deep dive into DAG yet. Fully aware of Constellation DAG. I don't know. I think I eventually will get into it because, I have that cheat sheet 2.0, and I can show you what I'm talking about in regards to that real quick. So just in case nobody has seen cheat sheet 2.0, I'll bring it up for you guys. And I have it pinned to my particular Twitter. Here's me on Twitter. I got to show you something funny again. Shout out to Edward Vinson. He made this with Chat GPT. It is Gilbert Verdian mixed with Biggie Smalls to create a Quant Papa. That's why I'm saying, because Edward Vinson's got a new nickname of Teddy Vinny. That's why I was like, what the heck did I say? Something funny like that. He was like saying, oh, it's the notorious QNT. And I was like, yeah, Quant Papa, Vinny Smalls, Quanfi Mafia, represent baby. Damn right, I like the life I live because I went from negative to positive, and it's all, yeah. I don't know. He's kind of up in his game. I never thought I would ever see Gilbert Verdian look like that. But there you go. That's pretty cool stuff from Edward Vinson. Anyway, let's jump back to, all right, so yeah, back to the topic, right? Here is a cheat sheet. I posted this back on January 7th. It says extended version cheat sheet 2.0. Now, for the record, I own all of these except for Energy Web Token. I don't own DAG, but see what I'm saying? I recognize this on the list. And, just real quick, we might as well mention it. For those who don't know about DAG, if you want the quick gist of DAG, it says, basically speaking, that DAG is an open source decentralized platform with reliable data assurance, a framework and developer tools that allow everyone to build and conduct business on it. It can be used to create cryptocurrencies, blockchains, or even applications. And it's a proof of reputable, observation, PRO, state channel layer 0, and ticker symbol is DAG, DAG. All right, yeah. So anyway, I have obviously Stellar Lumens, HBAR, what is now referred to as Nexera. Believe it or not, I still don't have LCX, but I will have it here shortly. I have XDC, Quant, obviously. Are you kidding me? Casper, I have Algorand, obviously XRP, but I don't hold Sologenic. I don't hold Corium. I think Corium is cool. I obviously need to know a little bit more in regards to Sologenic. We covered it here just brief, like a quick intro. I feel like at some point, if I don't get into IOTA, I'm gonna regret it. I'm fully aware of what they're doing. Like it says here, a distributed ledger smart contract platform for autonomous transactions between machines over, just like we were mentioning earlier with, Jasmine, right? Internet of Things, including data, digital IDs, and cryptocurrencies. So, yeah, I got a feeling like, man, you may regret it on that one. But none of this is the financial advice, guys. It's just the way I personally look at it. But yeah, totally aware of DAG. And I don't know if it's on my short list, but I do need to get it eventually. All right, let me stop the share on that. Let me go further down into the comments. And let's see here. Moonbird says, it is my city partnered with Quant. Cool stuff. All right, let's go further down. I want to welcome again Janet. Serious, if Coinbase is sued, where do we off ramp? Got to sell sooner or later. And the answer to that, I'm glad that Tim Shea has something with that, crypto.com. And if anything, I mean, like some people have said to me earlier, was it KuCoin? What do I do with my KuCoin? I cannot, I can't just put it right into my bank account because I'm US based. What you could do then is you send to Binance US and cash out that way if you got to go the fiat route. But yeah, thank you for that. All right, let's see here. Coinbase isn't going anywhere though. I don't think so either. I mean, even years and years ago, right? Like when I first got into Bitcoin in 2016, um, I don't want to make it look like I loaded up on Bitcoin and I lucked out. That's not the case. But when I first got into it, yeah, I mean, there's only a few exchanges and so on. I honestly don't think Coinbase is, just like you said, I don't think they're going anywhere. Blackwood, we don't have time for idiots who've made up their minds without knowing the facts. Anyone who lives in Fuddville can stay there and wait for CBD to see hell. Yep. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, these guys who want to FUD, for instance, Jasmine and so on, it's like, okay, do they jump in when this thing's blasting off? And why would we want to jump in when Jasmine's well over $1, right? To me, that doesn't make any sense. And let's face it, the majority of people will, but at these prices, this is how. I mean, why would you want to load up on Jasmine at $1? One Jasmine for $1. I mean, like, what is Jasmine right now? 0.004, something like that. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna share it real quick. So we have other news coverage, and we're gonna get back on the topic of like quant and so on. But here it is. I mean, that's a real true distress price, even at that. Shout out to some of you guys. I think Mike Cornwell. I mean, you came in at like maybe DCA'd at like maybe slightly under 3. The cheapest I ever saw it was I think 0.00, maybe 28, 29, something like that. I have to double check that. But I mean, I don't know. Let's say you bought like 100 of these. I mean, even there, that's 46 cents. You try to buy 100 of these at $1, well, you get the point. I mean, it's a big difference. So yeah, I mean, my thing is, why would I want to load up on this when it's well over $1? Anyway, some people will, and that's just reality. All right, let's go further down. We have some more comments to get into. We have 39 people here right now. Thank you so much. If you missed some of the fire for Jasmine, you can always go back and watch the beginning. But anyway, smash that like if you haven't done this already, guys. And we have, of course, a lot more coverage we'll get into. All right, let's see where we're at. Stardog says Coinbase will be just fine, I reckon. That's the way I feel about it. Coinbase and Crypto.com are both solid. That's the way I look at it too, man. I think they proved the test of time. Glad that you feel that way as well. All right, Uncle Thursday is in the house. Thank you for being here, Uncle Thursday. Remember, guys, money only amplifies what you are. So if you're a jerk, you will be a super jerk. If you are a giver, you'll be more of a giver. Make a plan for sudden wealth to ensure you're ready. Very good point. Appreciate that, man. That is a great statement. And you know what, Uncle Thursday, you've been coming here quite often lately. Don't think I don't notice it, man. Really appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. All right, let's go further down. We got McDizzle says, okay, just got home. Welcome, Mike. Kick back, relax, man. You've been working hard. Try to, unwind. And, we still got a bit of the show going on and so on. Always appreciate you for your sideline reporting, your longtime supporter of the show from the infant stages. So good to see you, Mike. Mean that, man. All right. Let me see. Moonbird says, that's me on my bike, bro. Oh, cool. Let me see that. Very cool, man. So what part of the nation are you from? Are you in the United States or are you like maybe in Canada? You can share that if you want. If you don't want to share, that's cool too. All right. Let's see where we're at on the comments. And Blackwood says, what was that? Or what? Yeah. Hello, I wasn't paying attention last time. It's okay. Crypto Winner's in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Crypto Winner. Man, you missed some fire with the Jasmine, man. But that's okay. You can always go back and watch it. If Miss Dizzle's rolling his eyes, I don't know what happened. All right, Moonbird. Dag is my baby. I'm balls deep. Moonbird, thinking of DCA into Energy Web Token next. Cool, man. It's expensive, but man, I'm fully aware of them. And I think, something I can consistently see in regards to people who hold EWT is that if they hold EWT, they also hold DAG. If they also hold DAG, they also hold IOTA. And some of those guys even hold Jasmine. But what's the key thing, right? It's data. So it's like they're all impressed with the common factor of the equation of these all have a big thing to do with data. All right. Let's see here. Just gonna read a couple more. McDizzle says he's got some EWT, cool stuff. Crypto Winner says he has an IRA and a Roth IRA pegged to a small LLC. That's one way to start. Look into it, guys. You could put crypto into your IRA, and the money is tax free. Or you just go, for instance, with iTrust Tech Capital if you want to do it that way. All right. So let's see here. 24-hour USTC. Yeah, I was gonna say text earlier when I saw it first blast off. It was around, I think, 2 o'clock my time today. It had a 13% jump on the 1 hour. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. We'll give some info in regards to that real quick. Our USTC. Here it is. And yeah, I mean, look at the volume, up about 411%. Basically, had a nice jump today. So it's good to see that, man. Very cool to see that. Let's check out the candle chart. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. All right. Let me read a couple more comments. I want to welcome Kid Grebo. Thank you for being here. He says, peace. Salamander. Interpol confirms arrest of crypto fugitive Do Kwon in Montenegro. So that whole thing that we saw on one particular video where it didn't even look like Do Kwon. So that has been confirmed. Maybe we could pull it up real quick. Let's say Do Kwon. Let's see if we can pull something up. Let's see. Well, that was from 2 days ago. I'm trying to see if there's anything new from like maybe a few hours ago. No, not really. All right. I mean, there's this picture right here. Hold on, let me pull that up. It's from New York Times. Crap, it's gonna do that subscription stuff again. Yeah, we can pull this up for a second. So if you're not aware, again, this comes straight from the New York Times. The crypto fugitive's very public life while on the run. Do Kwon, the founder of course, like it says, failed Terraform Labs, is facing charges by the authorities of both South Korea and the United States. That definitely is him right there. And it looks like he's kind of going the Sam Bankman-Fried route. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, there he is. Thursday, Do Kwon, the founder of Terraform Labs, was arrested in Podgorica, the capital of Montenegro, as he and a travel companion tried to board a private flight. That was, of course, yesterday. It's been updated today. But yeah, you can check more into this. How about this, guys, for the quote? They had arranged for Mr. Kwon to speak alongside Martin Shkreli, the former pharmaceutical executive who was sentenced to 7 years prison for fraud. Look at this quote. Hold on. Starting to kind of warm up more in this house, and it's getting kind of sticky. It says, hey, Do, obviously, Do Kwon. Mr. Shkreli, I'm just going to call him, said on the stream in November, I just wanted to let you know that jail is not that bad. It's not the worst thing ever. And of course, yeah, we remember this. Mr. Do Kwon smiled and nodded. Good to know, he said. And then he also followed that with like, good to know. Yeah. All right, that's interesting. Anyway, we knew it was eventually going to happen. I mean, come on, we've been talking about this for the longest time, especially when we first used to cover Luna Classic like all the time last summer. I do see that a super chat came in. Thank you for that, Mr. Salamander. Let me jump into that for just a brief bit. Let's see where we're at. Let me see. All right. Let me highlight this. And we'll kick it back down into the chat or the super chat. Hold on. All right. Well, hold on a second. Morelio's down. Yeah, I saw that. And if anything, I'm glad it kind of held off a little bit because I missed it on the 8 cents. And if it's below 20 cents, then like I just need to get into it. Anyway, Salamander, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. He has that particular link right here. Let me see if I can pull up on the other page. I think I can. Yep. Here we go. It's going to load up. Just give it a second. Oh, it might not load up. Yep, there it goes. Oh, error. Inside edition. Crap. All right, let me pull up a different way because it comes up with an error for me. Inside edition. Doke one. Let me try that way. All right. This comes up with an error. Oh, here we go. I found it. I got it for you, Salamander. I had to pull up a different way. All right, hold on a second, my friend. Hold on. I'm trying to get it primed and ready for you guys. Just a second. So again, thank you for the $5 super chat, Salamander. Really do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and share that real quick. You're just tuning in. We are going to watch a little bit from Inside Edition. And let's go ahead and play. This is only about 1 minute and 10 seconds. Here we go.
A cryptocurrency entrepreneur has been arrested in Montenegro. Interpol announced the arrest of Do Kwon, the founder of two cryptocurrencies, Terra USD and Luna. Kwon Do-hyung, commonly known as Do Kwon, is a South Korean citizen. The 31-year-old and a second suspect were stopped at a Montenegro airport attempting to board a flight for Dubai. Police said they found forged Costa Rican and Belgian passports in their luggage. Terra USD and Luna cryptocurrencies both crashed in May 2022. Their demise caused a market drop of about $40 billion in a matter of days. The value of Terra USD was below 1 penny. Kwon is said to have been a fugitive for several months. South Korean authorities issued an arrest warrant for him in September on allegations of fraud. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission also has 8 civil charges against him, including fraud and market manipulation. This is Inside Edition Digital.
Excuse me. Glad to be able to share that with you guys. Thank you again, Mr. Salamander. Let's get back into the comments just for a brief bit, and then we'll give you guys more of our outline for tonight. Crypto Winner says, Dixie looks like she wants to make it break to the upside. All right. On top of that, Crypto Winner says, did you guys know that Boris Johnson's brother was the CEO of Binance Europe? He just stepped down and no big news. You know what? I think a long time ago, I think Larry was doing a show a few weeks ago. And I could have sworn you mentioned this or something when he was doing that. But yeah, it is kind of interesting how a lot of things get swept under the rug. No pun intended when it comes to crypto, right? Under the rug. All right. Blackwood, it's the consumer mindset. Cheap equals low quality. Pricey equals purchase. Yes. It's ingrained into most people and affects buying decisions, including crypto. You're very, very right on that. Another perfect example is not the last Jasmine video I did, but I think it was that one where it was like Jasmine Pokemon or whatever. Somebody posted something like, why are you into that? That's just like a penny stock or something like that. I'm like, seriously? You're gonna? I don't know. People say all sorts of weird stuff, and that's what comes with the territory. All right, Serafuse, what do you guys think of first meme coin on Bitcoin, which is DOGE? $1,200 got my 103 billion. Wow, I have no thoughts on that. I'll have to learn more about that. So that's interesting. Thanks for sharing that with us. Let me just double check the other screen, see I'm not missing anything. And I kind of wonder if StreamYard with this error, right, is causing us, since it's not updating right on StreamYard, YouTube sees that and it can't get this broadcast out to a broader audience. So, I guess in the future, if I notice this problem, I might have to like refresh the stream, but I'm definitely not going to do it now. I don't know, kind of gripes me a little bit. All right, so Tim Shea says, Salamander, did you see the picture? Do you think it looks like Doquan? Not too sure myself. Well, that one definitely looks like Doquan. So here's the thing. Earlier today, I think Sean Cryptosmith was responding to, I don't know who it was. And, it shows the second picture of the guy like with his head down. Obviously, from the Inside Edition, we have confirmed that the reason why we can't see who, we're like, that's not Doquan. Like, who's that? It's because, like I said, it's the second companion or whatever that was, the guy that was going places with him. I would imagine his hired helper or friend. Think about it, he probably can't go out in public. So he, his friend can, because technically his friend's not the fugitive that's wanted. Of course, his friend or whoever that is, saying he goes, he's considered an accomplice because he's harboring a fugitive and so on. So of course he gets arrested as well. But to me, that confirms that, because when I saw that picture this morning and that was just a clip and that was it, I was like, man, that's not a Doquan. What the heck? And that's of course whoever took that particular clip, they try to spin it that way. Funny how that works, huh? So as we saw the whole thing, yeah, it's just the friend / accomplice or whatever, the guy harboring and helping Mr. Doquan. All right, crypto winner, December 19th, 2022, Joe Johnson, brother of former UK Prime Minister. Yeah, we know about this. Yeah, I remember that. You did report that a while back. All right, Salamander, I saw a video on Inside Edition. Yeah, I'm glad you shared that one. I think that's the same one. Kid Grebo, because I literally just took it off of the Inside Edition. Any thoughts on Patientory? I don't even know what that is. Sorry. I mean, 22,000 cryptos. No. I think it's funny too. And Crypto Winner, I want to state this is pointing towards you, my friend, right? So I know you're up to date on a lot of stuff, but like sometimes, like I think in the past, like there might have been a CEO of some particular project. You're like, how the heck do you not know about this particular person? I don't think it was towards me. Maybe it was towards Larry or something like that. And it's just like, at the end of the day, I don't think there's a single person that knows anything and everything about everything out there all at once. I mean, there is some things that, people aren't aware of. But glad that you were bringing it, and sharing with us. But yeah, I do remember you saying that a while back. I do remember you posted this. I'll reiterate it. You posted it in the comments on our live show. All right. Adler says Cosmos connected to XRPL through Corium. Yep. Cool stuff. Moonburst says he's in California, San Francisco, born in Belarus. Oh, okay. Cool. Flexing. Nice. Yep. I did get that for you. I had to do it a different way, but I got it for you. Crypto.com is an Atom token that who's also partnered with Wombat, Play Store, Earn to Play. Crypto.com will be around. Don't see it hitting more than 35 cents. That's not bad. I mean, at these prices for it, right? Look at that was when I was actually thinking about loading up more, and I already have a lot of it. So, sometimes I want to get into other projects. My other thing is I also like to buy things that are dirt cheap. So earlier today, I saw that's not on this slight green candle, but earlier today I saw, I think right around here. Yeah. I mean, just slightly under 7 cents, right? I mean, but that's not bad because considering where we're at, I mean, this is, see guys, roughly a few days ago, this is right around the same levels for the most part. So, I mean, you see it slightly up right now is still not bad, right? This is for the longest time we saw in the 8s, right? You know what I mean? 7s, 8s. Now we're down in the 6s. I don't know. I mean, for people that follow TNA for this, I think what's his name? Oscar Ramos. He does a little bit of that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll watch him and see if he's says something about like we broke resistance. Hold off on this. I'll watch some other guys. There's plenty of people cover Crow who will give us info on new support lines, right? And if anything, I might hold off just a little bit more depending on that, but I have to double check that. You know what I mean? I want to see what's going on with that because, I mean, if it did dip down more than this, I don't know, maybe 0.065. But is it really that big of a deal at this point with Chronos? Not really, right? Even without looking at it, you can I don't even have that on the share. Sorry about that. Hold on a second. Even my bad. I kind of get ahead of myself sometimes. So yeah, I mean, look at this right here. You know, you can see what I'm talking about. I mean, is it really gonna make that much a difference if you came in a half a cent? That's all I'm saying. If if you're not wanting to sweat the whole thing of TNA, but yeah, I mean, at these price levels, I mean, shoot, I thought I was doing good when I originally came in at like 17 cents, and that was my third top performer of 2021 bull run. You know, I got real close to the top on that one, not quite all the way at the top. Hardly anybody does that, but yeah, 1700. Turn it into 10K on Crow. Crow was my third top performer 2021. Yeah, you better believe I'm never going to forget about Crow. All right, let me jump into our outline. I need to. We have a lot of comments, which is good, but I need to get back into our outline because I want to keep up with the flow. I also don't want to turn this into a 4-hour show or 5-hour show. All right. So let me go ahead and highlight that. Let's go double check the other screen, see how we're doing. Looks like we're doing good. And let's get into it. So let's see about getting into some of our other coverage. So we obviously talked a lot about Jasmine today, which is cool stuff, right? The whole thing with Applix, I think that was the big moment at the beginning of the show. On top of that, we have this from Greg Lunt, who gives a highlight to another particular content creator. So I've gone ahead and I have fast forwarded to this particular part. Let me show you this. So if you're looking for some quant coverage, we got it for you. Greg says, if you're invested or interested in quant, this is a must watch. The only YouTube video breaking down exactly how Overledger works. So if you guys remember the other day, I did that one particular Stellar XLM segment and basically asked, why Stellar? Well, how about this? Why quant? But more importantly, how does Overledger exactly work, right? We talk about how Overledger allows interoperability of 100 plus blockchains, 15 SDKs, all that good stuff. But what about the nitty gritty and not making it too long, right? So I went ahead into this, and if anything, it's roughly, let me see. It's about like 13 minutes. We'll take a pause, but like at the 5-minute mark, I think, or 6-minute mark, we'll pause it. But this is good stuff. So this comes from this particular gentleman. I will subscribe to him because he deserves it. His name is No BS Crypto. I went ahead and subbed. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play that. Smash the like. And if you just want to know a little bit more of the technicalities in regards to Overledger and how it works, well, here you go. So let's go ahead and play this, and we'll come right back.
It is so noteworthy. And for quant, that is the Overledger. The Overledger is the world's first DLT operating system. It solves the problems of single ledger dependency by increasing communication between DLTs and allows general purpose applications like dApps, for example, to run on whichever ledger is connected to quant. Now, it does kind of seem a bit like magic. Yes, I do know. So let's break it down at a high level, seeing as I couldn't find anyone else on YouTube that actually explains it in a simple to follow way. Now, Overledger has been built on what's called the transport layer of the current version of the internet called TCP/IP. Now, it's modular in design with 4 distinct layers that allow for seamless intercommunication between any network it is connected with. Now, starting from the bottom, we have the internet protocol itself. Now, the reason Quant has opted to build directly on the TCP/IP protocol is actually very simple. All DLT networks, IoT devices, and basically any system on Earth is required to connect to the internet in some way or another. So obviously, by having a direct connection to the very thing that is mandatory to the digital age sounds like a very straightforward thing to do. Next, we have the transaction layer represented in green by Ledger 1 and 2, aka two different DLTs or ledgers. Now, to make it nice and simple for you, we could pretty much call one ledger Bitcoin and the other Ethereum. Now, this layer stores finalized, stored, or queued transactions on every ledger independently. Also, any and all operations required to reach consensus on a transaction are also recorded here. Now, this is things like, full nodes, light clients, and any other algorithm or mechanism used in that consensus process. Now, you could understand this like Overledger, simply recording a transaction status as it goes through ordering, consensus, and propagation, as well as however the consensus algorithm came to that agreement. Now, if we were to go back to the Bitcoin and Ethereum example, there would be a record of Bitcoin's transactions and a separate one of Ethereum's. Now, the main point I'm trying to make here is that Overledger doesn't try to combine the ledgers into a single record at this stage. The protocol simply lets the information from any and all individual ledgers just flow freely through this layer, picking out the information it requires, like a bear searching for its food in a stream of water. Even if a DLT had a testnet like Ethereum, these wouldn't cross over in this layer. So therefore, in that hypothetical situation, there would be a ledger for Ethereum mainnet and another one for the testnet. Now, moving up the stack, we have the message layer. Now, this is a logical layer, which pretty much just means it extracts and stores information on transactions from each of those ledgers underneath it on the transaction layer. So this is, for an example, the source, recipient, and the amount of the coin, or the script used, or the smart contract, or metadata, and all other types of information that passes through the different ledgers. Now, by extracting an extensive and broad amount of information, this allows Quant to connect with legacy DLT systems, as no one stone pretty much goes unturned. It just collects everything. And the transactions are encapsulated when they are added to the message layer, which means they can be added into a single channel together and won't interfere with one another.
All right, we can play a little bit more of this a little bit later, but if anything, it's pretty educational and he gets right to the point, and I like how he has some visuals in that regard. I want to show you guys something that I noticed, and I'll have to remember this in the future, and this is super annoying. As a content creator, I'll be honest, it kind of pisses me off. I'm going to show you guys something real quick that I noticed. So, all right, here it is. So let me share this tab instead. Hold on. All right, so draw your attention to here, okay? And the reason why you want to do that, especially because I was wondering, I was like, why? I mean, there's one thing to have a low turnout, but all right, is there something more than that? So I noticed this on Waddy's stream earlier, right? So it says on YouTube that there's 27 people waiting to watch the show, but the show is already on. So on StreamYard, this explains the error of, like, it just says there's one person here. All right. So he had this problem as well. And anyway, the point I'm just trying to make is it's just that is part of the problem, right? So it's like it can't recommend on the YouTube algorithm, if you will, that at least get out to a more broader base when this error exists. And unfortunately, I of course don't want to kill the stream to fix it, and I just don't want to play around with it. With yesterday's show getting kind of messed up at the halfway mark, I definitely don't want to have 2 days in a row, right? But I just wanted to point that out. Maybe some other guys use other particular platforms, which is fine, like there's Streamlabs and whatnot. It might not just be, it could just be a YouTube issue, period, because I think Waddy also uses StreamYard. But my point is, when we go to live, and there's another live show, right? With these guys, the Crypto Shop, 65 people watching, but most it says watching. They don't have the error of where it says waiting. So I don't know, one of those things. See, here's another guy. He does mainly like technical analysis and stuff like this. Crypto Daily Trade Signals, 98 watching. Disappointing, but we'll get through it. And if anything in the future, when I notice that immediately, I may just, especially like if we only have like maybe 4 people here or something like that, what I'll do is I'll kill the stream, and then I'll make a new one, because we should always want to get this out to more and more of a broader base and so on. But it's one of my minor gripes when it comes to YouTube. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there. But anyway, yeah, let's kick it back into the comments for a brief bit. And I'm glad to bring you guys that information in regards to Overledger. Of course, there's a lot more to it. I think if anything, you guys get the gist. and we'll get into, for instance, more of our other coverage that we have. Let me go ahead and read a few more comments. Crypto Winner says that green candle says love vector candles are nowhere to be found. Okay. All right, let me go further down. Salamander, sorry, there is a video inside Inside Edition. Yeah, we got into all that. I might be further down. All right. Crypto Winner says, I'm saying why bankers can crash the U.S. economy with the help of the Fed and not have no repercussions, man. That's some bull crap. That is some bull crap. I agree. Ugh. This chair kind of drives me crazy sometimes. All right. Let me go further down. Crypto Winner, what's up with Chainlink being the new CBDC token? Hey, speaking of which, do you happen to be into Chainlink? And on top of that, since you're talking about CBDCs, are you in Conflux? Because eventually I was thinking about covering Conflux, but I got to take more of a deeper dive into it. Of course, Conflux has done really well for people that got into it. Like roughly around, what was it, like 4 cents or something like that? And it had a big blast off. All right, so I'm gonna go further down the pipe. I'm gonna read this comment. Hey Max, are you considering getting into Arbitrum? No, I'm not. After the big dump, or just staying away? I'm staying away for now. I'm fully aware of Arbitrum. I went and looked into it just a little bit. I understand there was some big things in regards to a lot of excitement, within the last few days, week, and so on. I did see him on the CMC listing. Hold on a second. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Arbitrum. Yeah, it's still in my history. Here we go. I know some of you guys loaded up on it. I mean, I got to educate myself a little bit more in regards to Arbitrum. Current rank of 37. But I remember when, hold on, let me show you guys. So when it was first listed on here, there was like insane volume, right? Even right now, there's insane volume, right? But right now, I need to learn more about the project, obviously. But I mean, I do see this mentioned on crypto Twitter quite a bit, and I think Mike Cornwell's talking about with his friend Cryptex. I mean, he drops in with us as well. There's only 10 billion of these, 1.275 billion in circulation. As far as the markets, hold on a second. There's quite a few, I guess. And I guess we'll do a quick overview real quick. Hold on a second. I do this once in a while. What is Arbitrum? Arbitrum is the Ethereum Layer 2 scaling solution. It uses optimistic rollups. It's like, what is that? Let's find out what that is real quick. So if you wonder what optimistic rollups are, it is a type of layer 2 scaling solution that relies on off-chain computation to trustlessly record transactions that happen on layer 2. What is an optimistic rollup? A little bit more what I just said. Periodically, the system publishes a Merkle root of the transactions that happen with the rollup in order to update the state of the rollup on the main underlying blockchain. A network of external validators checks the Merkle roots to make sure that they are correct before the state is updated sometime later. If an inconsistency arises, then the validator can publish a fraud proof during the dispute period, which can cause the state of the system to be rolled back to the previous valued state. And of course, there's more in regards to that, like, the major downside to it and the main advantage, but that kind of gives us the quick gist. All right. So as far as the actual project, let's get back to what exactly this is. So now that we know that it uses this thing called optimistic rollups and have a brief idea what that is, it says to achieve its goal of improving speed, scalability, and cost efficiency on Ethereum, Arbitrum benefits from the security and compatibility of Ethereum. And another benefit is the higher throughput and lower fees compared to ETH. That does stand out. That is made possible thanks to the moving of most of the computation and storage load off-chain. Arbitrum's native token is called ARB and is used for governance. Off-chain labs, the developers behind Arbitrum announced the shift to a decentralized autonomous organization, DAO, of course, structure, the Arbitrum DAO. Our holders can vote on proposals that affects the features, protocol upgrades, funds, allocation, and election of a security council. Arbitrum has an ambitious roadmap for 2023, includes launching its own layer 3 solution. Interesting. I think that's the hot part right here, right? The juicy stuff called Orbit, enabling developers to deploy programs written in popular programming language like Rust. Ooh, this now does interest me. C++ and more using stylus, expanding its validator set to include more independent institutional validators, moving its protocol to layer 2 with Arbitrum 1. Now, this is recent. On March 16th, 2023, Arbitrum announced their highly anticipated airdrop of ARB, and I did see a lot of regards to that. But you also got to keep in mind with all the guys that shill airdrops, they have no followers. So me personally, what I do on Twitter, if I see nobody, it's a guy has no following whatsoever, and he's just, you know, like the typical guy out there. Hey man, follow me, click on this, blah blah blah, for your airdrop. Let's face it, guys, 99% of those are scams. But anyway, the token will be airdropped to early users and DAOs. Like, apparently this already happened, right? With a 12.75% of the total supply to be distributed. Recipients were rewarded on a point-based system depending on their interaction with Arbitrum network until a cutoff date of March 1st, 2023. The token generation event is on the 23rd. That already happened. All right, so this makes sense now. This makes sense totally. I mean, come on, guys. You know it yourself. This makes total sense on why on the CMC chart it looks like a rug pull. Think about it. People got airdropped from the get-go of the listing on CMC. They took profits. It rugged. It looks like a rug. You know what I mean? They took profits. The price dumped. What's another perfect example of that? Come on, you guys know. What's another perfect example of that? And I'll give you a clue. Mike Cornwall knows the answer. Oh, Flare. Remember what happened with Flare? By the way, I think Flare is a good project, and it was pumping earlier today. Not a major pump. So with Flare, you have a very similar situation. Yeah, you have an identical situation. This is why we point some of these things out. So with Flare, same thing. People got their Flare airdrops, been waiting for it for the longest time, right? I mean, Mike Cornwall has been talking about Flare since I think the show began. You know, like well into what, even before last summer, right? But guys, same situation. Now, of course, with Flare, you at least see a more healthy chart, right? But you got to keep in mind at the same time, comparing Flare to, and I'll pull up another page where you do like comparing and contrasting. Hold on a second. So I want to show you the Arbitrum thing real quick. I can't believe I'm talking a lot about Arbitrum right now, but you know, we do stuff like this. We go off, you know, doing other stuff because it's part of you know, the education, I guess you could say, that we bring here, not just the news. So in regards to this, right, Arbitrum, right? So Arbitrum literally has CMC listing. What was this? 23rd, yeah. And then compare and contrast. Hold on a second, my bad. Let me pull that up. So yes, Arbitrum, you know, March 23rd, right? Let's go back. Flare, obviously not March 23rd. Let's go back for Flare. You know, was it January 9th? But the key thing is airdrops. As soon as it got a listing, boom, got the airdrops, people took profits. Now, don't get me wrong. I think personally Flare is great for long term. I am 100% convinced on it. And I eventually would like to get into Flare. It's just not on my short list. But in regards to Arbitrum, I have got to learn more about it and so on. But anyway, I just don't want people to think I'm living under a rock when it comes to that. I do realize they pop up quite a bit. A lot of people are talking about because of all the recent things that happen. All right, let's jump back in the comments for a brief bit. Thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate you guys. And if anything, I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page. See where we're at on the comments. All right, let me see. Crypto Winner says, hey, is all love with us. Iron sharpens iron, steel hardens steel. Gang, gang. Oh, jeez, you're talking about Mr. Takashi 69, who got jumped recently. Boombird, any intel on A0? Not tonight, but it does keep popping up. There's just so many to talk about. I mean, yeah, it's crypto talk now. Don't get me wrong, but it's also not. And I don't mean this in any disrespect, but it's a reality, right? We're crypto talk now, but we're not. Let me show you something. You're gonna laugh when you see this. We are not. Let me share the page. That's the wrong setting. We are not. Draw your attention to the top left of your screen. We are not 23,000 crypto talk now. You know what I mean? Get what I'm saying? It's just there are so many parts. There's some gems. That's why they say there's hidden gems. Think about it. 23,000 cryptos. You're bound to realize there's some hidden gems. And we covered actually a couple gems here. Rio, 8 cents. Agix, right? Singularity Net, 4 cents. I mean, those have been done really well. But anyway, thought I'd point that out. All right, I want to get back into our particular outline of the news and so on, because I really feel like I need to do so, because otherwise it's just going to be too long of a show. So let me see how we're doing with that. Thank you so much, Salamander, for getting that algorithm going. I do appreciate that. But in reality, I don't think the algorithm is going to kick in too much because of that error that we have. And it's really, really unfortunate. I hate seeing that. But you know what? It is what it is, as the saying goes. All right. So let's go ahead and highlight this as a bookmark. Let's kick it back into our news outline that we have for you guys. So glad to share that in regards to quant. Let's get into a little bit in regards to LCX. And here it is. You guys were talking about this earlier. This is, good stuff. So shout out to constructiontrader.eth, who is at C_traders. The next crypto gem is a TV show similar to Dragon's Den / Shark Tank, and will be the world's first crypto reality TV aired in over 55 countries. Yeah, 55 countries. How cool is that? When we get further into this, you'll see some familiar people, right? But before we get into that, it says LCX is partnering with Hourglass to produce the show and help bring crypto to the mainstream. This is where I'm like, all right, man, I got kind of a second chance in regards to LCX below 10. Those days may be gone here soon if I don't hurry up in that regard. But anyway, yeah, get ready for crypto on mainstream TV. The name of the show is called The Next Crypto Gem. Some familiar faces, right? I have seen this guy, Brian. This girl, I have seen her too. I could have sworn, I don't know if it's her or there's another girl. Maybe her name is Jessica, but she used to date Andrew Tate. Maybe this girl just looks similar. George, who is part of Cryptos R Us. You guys know about him, obviously. Here's a key thing, right? Maybe you're not a fan of George anymore, all right? Maybe you're not a fan of some of these other people. But it's a win for LCX, 100%. Why? Because they are more of the mainstream, right? They're a way bigger platform, compared to like our particular network and so on. I think that's awesome. And if anything, if you hold LCX, that's very bullish. You should be very, very happy to see that. That is really, really cool. These guys get it, obviously, and we'll have to follow, see what happens with this. So cool stuff on that regard. I want to get into a little bit more in regards to LCX, and thank you so much to Mr. Michael Cornwell for texting me this earlier today. So I'm going to blow this up. Here's, I guess, taken from his cell phone, or just maybe he found it somewhere. So look at some of the market stats for LCX as of recently. You have a market cap of 61 million. Still pretty low, right? Generally speaking. Look at the volume, right? It's down. But what's the key thing, right? Circulating supply, like you see here, 772 million. Trading activity, 97.7% of people are buying, not selling LCX. Now, why would that be? I think it's because they realize, like what you guys have mentioned, they are going to be one of the standout exchanges up there with Binance, right? Blockchain bank. And if anything, they are trying to be, regulatory compliant across the board, big time. They're trying to really be transparent. It's a typical hold time, 22 days. Let's face it, there are swing traders when it comes to anything. But I don't know. I just thought I'd point some of that out. Thought that was really cool. Thank you again to Mike Cornwell for sharing that. Let's jump into some of our XRP coverage. So here you go. And it's just a little bit brief tonight when it comes to our XRP coverage. And so anyway, let's try to get into that. Give me just a second. I'm just trying to double check the other page. See how we're doing. So yes, some XRP, familiar face, Mr. Brad Garlinghouse. We're always talking about on-demand liquidity, right? ODL. Look at this, guys. 755 million in 4 seconds. Remember how we always use the example of like the central banks doing a cross-border payment, 10 trillion. They're going to get hit with a fee of 66 billion. You could do the math on it, but if it's 755 million in 4 seconds, and like it says, while the cryptocurrency community may have its doubts over Ripple's XRP cryptocurrency, banks seem to be enjoying its perks. A reported 755 million worth of XRP was transferred in 4 seconds, and it cost only 1 cent. So my key thing is this: somebody busts out a calculator, Mike Cornwell, somebody like that, based off of some of these metrics, right? If it's $10 trillion, and we know that $10 trillion on the old system of SWIFT, right? We understand SWIFT is going to upgrade, but the old MT messaging system of SWIFT, $60 billion fee with $10 trillion. What about with this? I mean, if $755 million is a penny, I mean, come on. Think about it. All right. We'll get into maybe one more before we kick it back to the comments. So let's see where we're at on this. Hold on a second. All right, so we're going to switch to, believe it or not, Stellar. Yeah, 3 days in a row, Stellar news. You know anybody else is giving you 3 days in a row Stellar news? If so, let's invite them on the show. Anyway, this, of course, keep in mind, this is not fresh news, but it is news that not a lot of people saw. It's a video that not a lot of people saw, and I saw it, and I said to myself, oh, this is cool, because just like you see right here, it says why IBM built WorldWire on Stellar. This is only 2 minutes and 48 seconds, but man, it's good stuff. I'm going to show you guys a brief description. It says Seema Falke, lead developer, IBM WorldWire, talks about her experience developing WorldWire on the Stellar network. It's cool stuff. Going to blow it up. Smash that like if you haven't done so already. I don't know if it really is going to matter with the whole thing with YouTube being messed up. Maybe it'll fix itself, but nonetheless, smash it. We do appreciate it. And if anything, really appreciate you guys being here tonight on this Saturday night. So here we go.
I'm Seema Falke, and I'm one of the lead developers on WorldWire project. WorldWire, in a general, is a medium to wire the transactions from one financial institute to the other. We use Stellar as our ledger to submit transactions to. Everything is open source on Stellar, so it was very easy resource to learn and understand. I have been using 3 things in my everyday life when I'm working on Stellar. The first thing is the API documentation. The other thing is the lab. And the third thing is community resource. Documentation is really neatly done. That has been my Bible for every day. And the other thing is lab. The lab is connected to the test network, which is live. While I was developing, I used this lab as my starting point to construct an example of this transaction and understand how it works successfully and in terms of error conditions. We learn from failures. So anytime the transaction fails, you get the error back, and then you have to understand why it failed. the community is also useful in case if you don't understand why it is failing. Sometimes then you have to go and look for help. IBM has already established many years of trust with financial institutes. That is why this solution is going to work and be being successful. This is a noble mission that we are trying to build based on a non-profit platform. Being an IBMer, this is a core value that we follow, giving back to the society, and as a human being, that is something that you get attracted to. If there is an immigrant who's working very hard, wants to transfer money back to his home, in today's day, it takes like 3 days to transfer the money, and in the end, ends up paying so much in fees that actually her family can get only fraction of the amount he's actually transferring. And we all together are trying to solve this problem. Whole society gets benefited by this application. That's what I hope to see in future in 5 years. And of course, great success for us and great learning experience for all of us in the team. And we want to make a successful story here. That's what I want to see.
All right. Thought it was nice to share that with you guys. Because I mean, come on, who doesn't know about IBM? And that's what really stood out for me personally. I was just like, you know what? I don't think a lot of people saw this. Maybe they saw it a few years ago, but it's nice to reiterate some of these things that they accomplished and bring it here to you guys. So there it is. Stellar. Very cool stuff. All right, we're going to jump back in the comments for a brief bit. Crypto Winter says, Max, if you want to know about Crow, ask me and I'll tell you. I got to set up a Discord again and send you the charts on prediction. Okay. Cool stuff, man. Thank you for that. What's up with Cosmos and XRP? How does that work? Don't have that. I did the one on Cosmos and Quant. If you want to learn more about that, you can actually go to our particular page. We have a 2-part series. It's not really a series. It's just a 2-part video, really. Let me show you real quick. It's kind of recent, right? Maybe YouTube fixed this now. So let me see this real quick. Actually, before I do that, we might see more people in here. I don't know. It messed up on StreamYard, but let me see what it says. Give me a second, guys. No, it's not fixed. It says 31 people were waiting. Waiting for what? So I'm saying? So it's like, it's just not showing it right. That's just so ridiculous. That's a grape. I'll quit talking about it anyway. All right, my bad, Crypto Winter. Let me show you this real quick. So here we go. Here we go. Let me share this real quick. All right, so if you want, since I know you're in Cosmos, I did this a while back. Didn't get the best amount of views. Kind of disappointed about that, but it might just been, the YouTube algorithm, the time of the day. You never know. It's hard to please this thing sometimes. I'm starting to think that maybe the missing link is just, not having the shorts anymore. I don't know. But then again, like this didn't do well, but then the XRP videos do well. It's just makes no sense to me. But anyway, I guess it's just the time of the day. All right, so there it is. Crypto Winter. On my thumbnail, it's kind of disappointing how it chopped off the top part, but because that was a nice looking thumbnail. But yeah, it says Quant QNT Cosmos compatible. Why blockchains will need Quant for API interoperability. It doesn't just talk about the whole Cosmos thing. It talks about, for instance, HBAR and some of these other ones. I featured this other content creator. He did a really good job breaking it down. It's a 2-part, so. But I'm not going to BS you when it comes to Quant and I'm not Quant XRP Cosmos. I don't have the research for that right now, but I know that you hold Cosmos, and that's cool that you hold it. I mean, it's one of the top ones recommended right now from Investor Place, which is a premium service that I pay for annually, and yeah, they feel very strong on Cosmos. Maybe I could pull up a particular thing that they have real quick. Give me just a second. And I think on their portfolio, which I'm not going to share this whole thing, but gotta give you guys the gist of it real quick. So they give out updates on like the position that they came in and like the highest you should buy it at and so on. So we're all trying to buy the bottom, right? Let's face it. But when it comes to a lot of this, let me see how I'm doing. Okay, so Adam, let's see how they're doing on this. So they went and bought Adam. They feel, they have this thing that says they feel strongly about it. So they bought Adam at 23.48. The recent price is roughly 11.23. I was really tempted to get it when it was in the nines. So technically they're at the negative, but they still feel very strongly about it. They advise people, all right, and this is not me giving you financial advice, if anything, it's them. They feel as though that the highest you should buy, so they want people to buy below 15, right? And this is at 11.23, but that's one of the strong ones they feel about. They feel very strong on Filecoin. That was one of the newly listed ones. They still feel strong on H&T. I'm still monitoring that one. I did see H&T started rebounding up. They had a nice pump today. So I had to watch that a little bit more closely. I might decide to, maybe just get a real big bag on H&T. I'm looking at it from the perspective at these particular price levels. I should see at least a 25x. You may think, well, that's not that big of a deal. It is a big deal in regards to short term, not long term. And we could very well see this turn itself around. And that's not even at all-time highs. I'm just throwing that out too. So for me, H&T is an easy 25x, but I want to try to get bottom. Once I notice that it's towards the bottom, keep in mind, guys, just like Filecoin, I've been following H&T very, very closely. I just want to state that. And once I see that, like, yeah, you know what? There's enough support to show evidence that this is the bottom. I'll put out a message in regards to it. It's not financial advice, but I do these things, every now and then. But anyway, yeah, they do feel very strong on Atom, and they're stating to not buy over $15. All right, let's jump back into the comments for a brief bit. We will give you guys more of what we have tonight. I'm just double checking screens and so on. Let me see how we're doing on that. All right, 30 it says. All right, so Crypto Winner says he's stock dealing with Cosmos, ICB, Pierre. I do really a lot of people's names named Pierre. Peer-to-peer exchange. You type that all French style. That's what threw me off. All right, Ahmed says, hey, people, welcome. And let me see here. You say IBC is essential for application-specific blockchains like the ones in the Cosmos network. It offers a standard communication channel for applications on two different chains that need to communicate. Cool stuff. All right. So if anything, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight that. I'm gonna kick it back into our news. Let's see how we're doing tonight. All right. So let's jump back into this. So we showed you guys that in regards to crypto show. Show you a little bit of Ripple. Obviously showed you the whole thing with Stellar. So let's jump now into XDC. This is cool stuff. So XDC, you know me. Let's go ahead and get into that. Give me just a second. And if you're waiting for the XDC news, here it is. So like it says right here, shout out to On XDC. Which is a central hub for all the projects and companies building on and beside the XDC network. Pretty cool, right? So he states, first ever XDC conference will be hosted by On XDC network in Austin, Texas. Cool stuff. So, if you're in that area, you might want to check it out. It says, let's grow the network exponentially by getting more devs on building on XDC, right? Couldn't agree more. This is an actual thing. You can attend it. VIP early registration tickets are here at app.xdcnft.com. I'll take you there for a brief moment. Here it is. And it says XDC NFT uses a custom RPC. Hold on a second. But here it is. Here's the particular event. It's going to happen on August 25th. Let me blow it up. Through the 26th. on, like it says, XDC, inaugural XDC conference and developer summit. How cool is that? And I guess apparently it's going to be at this particular place. The Joe R and Teresa, I don't know what exactly it is, but there's more details. You could go over to here and you can get more details in regards to the event over at app.xdcnft.com. I'm going to jump back to the previous tab. Now, here's the good stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and play this. And this is only about 2 minutes and 9 seconds, but this is fresh. It was released yesterday. So here is the XDC news you're looking for. Let's play this video. Smash that like you haven't done this already. Thank you again for everybody who's here tonight. Here we go.
Hey, this is Trey Nelson, founder and CEO of OnXDC. OnXDC is a central hub for all of the projects and companies building on and beside the XDC network.
Hey guys, Ronnie Mitchell, co-founder and president of OnXDC. I'm a longtime XDC community member, run a validator node, and I'm currently on the advisory board for Plugin, Void DeFi, Prime Numbers, Ecosystem, and Crescite.
So OnXDC is a platform that's going to bring awareness of all the projects building on XDC, encourage growth, promote education, and ultimately mainstream adoption of the XDC network.
As an OG in the XDC space, I knew something was missing. When I saw Trey post on xdc.dev, I knew that this hub was something that we needed as a community, a one-stop shop to find everything built on XDC.
I want to be really clear about who OnXDC is for. It's for everyone. It's for layer 2 projects. It's for the retail XDC holders, NFT holders. It's for newbies who are trying to get up to speed. It's for OGs to keep tabs on what's going on. Also for those who are migrating to XDC from other blockchains.
Look, we have a lot of exciting things on our roadmap that are going to help the XDC network grow exponentially. Products that will be game-changing for our dev community.
We're going to push out content and have a content library.
We're going to have incubator and accelerator programs.
We're going to have a fiat on-ramp and off-ramp. And really excited to announce today is that we're going to host the first ever OnXDC conference in the fall of 2023.
Yeah, baby. Just imagine all the people that you've been on Twitter, Telegrams, we're all going to be located in one place. We're going to be able to chat with everybody, hear about these new programs, hear about the projects, interject with everybody, and just grow as an XDC community.
Details coming soon.
See you guys.
That was super cool. I don't know about you. That was super cool. So, man, you've been watching that. That's right up your alley, man. I don't know how far away you are from Austin, Texas. You might even be close, but the whole point is, yeah, that was awesome. You know, you got to see those guys talk about it. That's a win right there. So, I saw that earlier and I was like, ooh, this is some good stuff. That was a professionally made video, crystal clear. They had a production. They're going to have this conference. You hold XDC and you're in that area, you might want to consider taking a trip. Just being honest. Anyway, let's get more into some of the particular comments for a brief moment. Aquaman says, who's the guy with the Hawaiian shirt? The Hawaiian shirt, I don't know. Crypto Winner says XRP is using Cosmos IBC system. Okay. Hey, Aquaman, he is the sausage king of Chicago. Abe Proman. Yeah, Abe Proman is the sausage king of Chicago. And he has close ties to Mr. Ferris Bueller. All right. Sausage king. Yeah, that might be. You may never have seen that movie. That's funny. And John Hughes made some great films, did he not? Breakfast Club. Obviously, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Was it 16 Candles or whatever? There's some other ones. Home Alone. Both of them. Well, the first two at least. Anyway. All right. Let's go further down. I'm going to welcome Mr. Shaggins. Thank you for being here. Larry says hit the like button. Thank you for that, Larry. Appreciate it. Yes, Augman's right. Hit the like button, damn it. Good morning from Scotland. Thank you for being here, Mr. Shaggins. D. Shaggins. All right. Ahmed says, what coins outside of ISO 222 are you into? I can answer that. Let me go pull up my particular list. I could show you that. It's quite a few. There's some garbage in it. I'm just gonna throw out that advisory. Yeah, there is some garbage, unfortunately. So let's see where we're at. All right, so obviously SHIB, Filecoin, Dogecoin, Terra Luna Classic. All right, so you said non-ISOs. Okay, hold on, let me go further down. Jasmy, non-ISO. Doge Killer, which is Leash, I own 2 of those. Overpay for it, something fierce. Just to give you a heads up, it says I am $3,500 down on that one. Yikes. Crow, own a lot of Crow. I had to double check. I had to update my portfolio in regards to my Crow. Excuse me. I don't want to try to clear my throat too much because I end up being like Crypto Hulk. Nothing against him, but he does that a lot. BTT with all the thing with Justin Sun, it's like, oh god, my BTT is going to go dramatically down, way down on that. 31.45 down on that. I own, I don't know, over $1 billion of those. 1,089,723,540. So people could say, I guess, I'm diamond handing BitTorrent. Do you ever see me talk about though on the show? No, I don't. So non-ISO is NextEra technically a non-ISO? So we throw it in the mix. So Cardano's technically ISO 222 compliant. We're about to be. So I could throw that into there. Polygon is part of the QFS, so you want to count that. That's technically a non-ISO, but it's part of the QFS, Quantum Financial System. Clearpool, I have dollar cost averaged, many times into Clearpool. I'm down 77% on my Clearpool, unfortunately. I have dollar cost average 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a Clearpool. I might do it one more time at these particular prices, though. I know it sounds nuts, but when we're talking about the tokenization, right? This is the tokenization of DeFi lending. That's what Clearpool is about. Let me go a few further more into my list. I just don't want to pull up everything on this because for one, I don't want some people to feel as though that you have to achieve certain bags, if you will. It's not that type of competition. All right, so hold on a second. The graph. Very pleased with the graph. I'm up 121% on that one. Audio. I'm just trying to answer your question. So non-ISOs. Let me go further down because these are ISOs. Devour. We had Chad Horn on here. I'm slightly up on that. I'm $4.24 in profits on my Devour. All right. Win, which is called Wink Link. I'm way down on that one. 81% down, unfortunately. Let me see how much I have into that one. I have roughly $1,000 invested into that, and it's only worth $171 right now. Yeah, I really thought that was going to be a really good one in 2021 going forward because of their casino connections. But it is what it is. All right, so H&T, talk about that a lot. That's a non-ISO. How about this? Shiba Doge, are you kidding me? But actually, you know what? I'm not really disappointed with Shiba Doge. It's kind of held its value a lot better than other meme coins. Bitcoin SV. Shout out to Cool Cat Crypto. I am still in the profits with my little handful, not even a handful really, like a little small handful of 3.7 BSV, which is worth $135.49 currently. I'm up in the profits, $15.02, up about 12.5%. I own a little sand. I overpaid the heck out of it. How much money I put into sand? I put $1,000 into sand, and it's only worth $125 right now. Yeah, I know. What's some of the other ones I'm in? Chili's. Believe it or not, I'm monitoring this very closely. I hold a bag of Chili's. This is the second time I got into Chili's, by the way. And in regards to Chili's, I am half down on that. Only down about $134 compared to other projects. Didn't go all out on it, but I do hold some, about a little over 1,000 of these, and it only has a value currently of $122.06. And I bought about $260 worth. Not the biggest bag, but The prices of chilies right now is close to bottom. So I'm monitoring that a little bit more closely and may DC into that again. And let's see here. Gotta scratch my leg real quick. I'm just trying to answer the question because sometimes people are like, I don't know, they want to know this stuff or whatever. It got brought up a few days ago, actually. I still hold a bunch of Saitama. Yeah, I know. Don't judge me. $4,000 worth of Saitama, and it's now worth $107.39, fluctuating. Let me see here. Luna 1 down 78% from its original value, only worth $63.76. This is a metaverse project. Got it on the pre-sale. The only pre-sale project I've ever been in, and I'm not a fan of it. And so basically, I put $300 into it, and it's only worth $64. Yeah. All right, just a little bit more. I don't know. We'll get back to the news, but I mean, here's why I mention this, because people have been asking about this stuff. All right, so just a little bit more. Zilliqa, that particular one is. I don't mind telling you guys how much I have of this. So on this one, I have 2,000 Zilliqa, paid $412.60 for it. Yeah, overpaid. And on that one, I am down 87%, and it's only worth $54. And I used to cover Metropolis a lot. That was my buy the rumor, sell the news moment. I'm just going to throw that out. Again, part of the crypto journey, right? All right, so that's Zilliqa. I'm in the VVS Finance as well. Down 94% on that one. I put about $614 into it. It's only worth $39. So I don't know, throw that out there. All right, Robo Inu. Actually, Robo Inu, I'm not super disappointed with that. But originally put only $90.46 into it, and it's worth about $38. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of meme coins from the crypto winter market were way down. But the point is that one kind of held its own in a way. I mean, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. All right, just a little bit more, because I know I said 4750 of these. Hold on. I know it's a grocery list, and I will get back into the news. I'm almost done, I think. All right, I'll just rapid fire some of these off because it will take too long for me to mention the rest of these. All right, so proof of liquidity, which I'm looking to get more of that because the utility token has no community. Sitting at a little over $0.015 right now. I only have about 2,171 of those, but I'm looking to get like 10,000 of those, because at some point when we approach the bull, like near the all-time highs for the next bull run, people are going to want to pick a go-to staking platform. Will it be KuCoin? May very well be that. And so previously, I think this went up to like 65 cents. I see it hitting at least 50 cents. I'm just throwing that out there, not financial advice. That right there is an easy, God, man, I don't even know how many. I mean, literally taking it from $0.015 to 50 cents. So what is that? Almost like a 50x or something like that. I don't know how to add it up, but anyway, Evergrow, that was basically a gamble. Have a bunch of that. Shiba Inu, oh god, right? It's only worth $15.82. Half Pizza, some of the stuff you guys ain't even heard of, right? Half Pizza, looking to get out of that at the height of the bull market. UFO Gaming, Piccolo Inu. See, a lot of these are garbage, guys. Ape NFT, that's a reward token. I get airdropped every month for holding BTT and Wink. Terra 2.0, Shibnobi, the new one. It's only worth $6.37. And listen to this, guys. Yeah, I got back into it. I mean, I did take my profits. So right around, I used to be like right around break even, and now I might be slightly down. But anyway, it's only worth $6.37. I have Klekai. I have a pairing with Shiba Inu, Bazoge Earth, Mononoke Inu, Helsing Inu, Wolverine. And there's some other ones I didn't mention, like Clifford Inu, which is 100% loss and stuff like that. So I know that was quite the list. That's my list. But the ones I didn't mention are obviously the ISOs. And you guys know which ones I'm in on regards to that. So hopefully that answers your question, Mr. Ahmed. Took a while to do that, but glad to do it. All right, let me get back into the comments, see how we're doing. All right. Kind of lost my spot. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. All right, Tim Shea says, surprised the girls lost but happy about the men's team. It's been a few years. Cool. And Dizzle says, hey, Max, imagine this. Jasmine hits people's radars. They look where they can buy it. Go look at CMC markets for Jasmine. So many people can get it with ease. Yeah, no kidding. And what is he talking about, guys? Well, let's show what he's talking about. Let's jump to Jasmine. And let's pull this up, share the screen. So currently speaking, when it comes to Jasmine, we're at 0.00464424. Here's some of the markets. There's still quite a few markets. Binance, no, not Binance US, but Binance, right? You have Coinbase, KuCoin, Kraken, some of these other ones, right? But there's quite a few. The key thing is an entire country is going to be onboarded back to be able to have access with pairings because the unbanning of foreign stablecoins, as in foreign to them, not us, USDT, Circle, right? That's the key thing. And that's a lot of volume. And remember what we talked about before when it comes to GDP? Remember how Japan is like, was it third in the world, I believe, in GDP, right? Yeah, an island nation, third in the world in GDP. They're a power player. They always have been when it comes to tech. So yeah, great point, Mr. Mike Cornwell. Crypto winner, bro, you mean to tell me XRP did all this to end up just like Crow, another Cosmos hub network, or should I say the internet of blockchain? Now I'm 100. They're going to be, yeah. I'm glad you recognize it. You really connected the dots a while ago. I'm glad you did your own research when it comes to Cosmos. I eventually will hold Cosmos, just not on my short list right now. But I'll say this much. I think if I could see it dip down below 10, and even at where we're at right now, I have totally considered it, but I am monitoring. If it drops below 10, I got to get a bag of that. And I did see it at 9, and I was like, oh man, I should have picked that up. Achman, hey Max, you should check out Veracity. Yep, we covered that before here. I've covered Veracity on both here at CTN and then on my own before I joined up with Larry on Maximus Crypto. Crypto winner states, well, Chainlink have a 3-key system, and 1 key is governed by the regulators. Just like the MetaMask, you can freeze your own tokens to send crypto to Russia. Interesting. Wizard Cell, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a long time. With a 7 avatar. XTC and XRP are going up. Very true. Is it me you're looking for? Lionel Richie, welcome to me. Thank you for getting the algorithm going. All right. Selmo Flood, welcome, man. Good to have you here. Financial freedom is quant and generational wealth is XRP. Thank you so much, man, for your ongoing support, Mr. Selmo. Tim Shea said, Wizard Max is very bullish on quant. Yeah, constantly. Kid Grebo. It's like a crypto Shark Tank. Yeah, basically that one show you're talking about. Yeah. And knowing that they're going to feature LCX, are you kidding me? Like that in itself, like more people just FOMO in just because of that. You know they will. All right. So let's see here. Let me see. I'm going to read. Wizard says he misses Larry. Well, I'm glad that you miss him, man. I mean, he should be missed. I mean, he's the originator of the show. Mr. J Crypto, welcome. He says, anybody getting sued by the SEC, just invest in them because they're definitely the future. There's a reason why they're getting sued. That's a good point. So actually, give me a second. I don't know. Maybe he's cool with me mentioning this. He sent me a message, and you got to keep in mind, he has to reserve the right to change his mind. But he did send me a message, so I'll make an announcement. I'm glad to see this message that people miss Larry, because that's good, man. I mean, he's part of the team, We're partners in this whole thing. And in the text message, he mentioned that he will be back tomorrow to do the show. So yay, Larry is going to be back. So yes, thank you so much. That he's obviously missed, and I'm sure he'll be glad to see your comment. And yeah, he'll be back tomorrow. But given the benefit of the doubt, he might be, just like anything, you get a little rusty. You gotta get back in the swing of things. And then if anything, his eye, that's the main issue. Let's see how, his eye is going to be a little bit better. And hopefully he's able to do the stream without any problems. But yeah, if I end up talking to him later tonight or whatever, I'll definitely mention that Wizard Cell says he misses Larry. I'm sure some other people do too. All right, ready, read that. Blackwood says CBDCs are a great way to turn an entire country against its own government. Yeah, very true. All right. One more. Wizard, I talked to Larry last night. He seemed okay, but one of his eyes has a serious issue. Yeah. Thanks for reaching out to Larry, Tim. That was very cool of you. All right. Yeah, you rock, Tim, man. I mean that, man. Nobody needs to tell Tim Shea how to stay on top of things. All right, so let's go ahead and highlight that as a bookmark. Let's see how we're doing on the other page. Let me go ahead and refresh it. Let's jump back into some of our coverage. And that was cool to see the whole thing about XDC. I don't know about you guys. I was really impressed with that. This thing called On XDC. That was super cool. All right, let's jump into our next particular segment. And if anything, it's just a brief one for Nexera. So let's recognize that. So here it is. Nexera, looking good. Top gainers in Avalanche ecosystem in the last 24 hours. And if you're wondering, well, this can't be up to date. Well, it is. This was back on March 22nd, only a couple days ago. And you can see Nexera in second place. And yeah, top gainers in Avalanche ecosystem in the last 24 hours. You do see Nexera, and that's cool. It's worth pointing out. Not a lot of news today in regards to Nexera, but we had a lot yesterday. So I just want to give you guys a brief little update in regards to that. There's a little bit more that we have, obviously, with the news outline. All right, so let's get into HBAR and check this out. Mr. Dr. Lehman Baird, in my opinion, probably the smartest guy in crypto. He's super intelligent. I mean, the guy's a freaking scientist. Yeah, I'm super impressed with Gilbert Verdin, but Dr. Lehman Baird just tastes the cake. I just got to throw that out there. All right. Don't believe me? Go back to some of his old lectures from 2017, I believe. We shared this on our recorded quite a few times. We will do some more in the future, especially when I do more, deep dives into HBAR. But look what it said here. This is posted today at 3:28 p.m., just a few hours ago. So this is pretty hot, fresh news. This comes from HBAR to the moon. I thought I was following him already. I unfollowed a whole bunch of people because I was trying to clear up my, my Twitter. Sometimes you got to do some cleanup because if you don't, you end up following too many people, and some of those people are just like spammers and whatnot. So I went ahead and follow them again. But anyway, like it says, decentralized recovery is coming to Hedera, which will completely revolutionize account key management and accelerate Web3 adoption. Want the inside scoop on Web3? A new research report by Cointelegraph CS features insider insights, including thoughts from Dr. Lehman Baird, co-founder at Hedera, on what's needed for wider adoption. And it says this is the key to unlock the full report for, research at research.cointelegraph.com. So here's a quote, and it's from Expert Opinion, supposedly. It says, functionality like decentralized recovery will make Web3 much more accessible to a larger audience, says Dr. Lehman Baird. Let me see if there's a little bit more to this. There is. Hopefully I can unlock the report without my ad blocker going absolutely crazy. And let's see here. And I cannot. All right, that's okay. I have to sign up. That's right. Duh. I literally just said it. But nonetheless, you saw the quote. That's cool stuff. Let's jump into one more particular one. And this is good stuff, guys. So we're going to shift over to Casper, right? We've been doing a really good job, in my opinion, of covering Casper consistently. Yes, I'm personally invested into Casper. Very, very impressed with it. I have no complaints with Casper, to be honest. All right, so this comes straight from the official Casper Labs. I should follow them. And look what it says here. You know, the other day we talked about IPWE, right? How that's very, very important. We did a recorded video. So it says IPWE plus Casper won the, listen to this, guys, quote, Best Enterprise Blockchain Project Award. How cool is that? 25 million patents will be deployed to Casper as NFTs, and this is just the beginning. These key things are why I got into Casper, right? There's some aha magic moments. You know, at the end of the day, I'm saying to myself, you know, their ecosystem, people are building on Casper. Another thing that was so impressive about it to me on the surface was some of these key things, right? All this stuff going on with Casper, all this stuff going on with XDC, Hedera, and so on. The key trending common factor was building upon these particular ecosystems, these projects, right? You cannot dismiss this at all, in my opinion. This was basically printed yesterday, so it's pretty fresh. This is only 43 minutes, and it's going to highlight how they are the Enterprise Blockchain Project of the Year for 2023. Let's go ahead and play this, and here we go. Smash that like if you haven't done so already. Only about 43 seconds, and we'll come right back.
Wow, this is really amazing. I want to thank the Casper Association and, of course, IPWE for being amazing partners in this wonderful journey with us. We've been working with them for over a year and a half to get them live on the Casper protocol, and they're going to be minting 25 million NFT patents on the public protocol, and it's a fantastic project that is demonstrating real-world utility of this wonderful technology we call blockchain. So I'm very excited to be a small piece of this. I want to thank the association, the engineering team at Casper Labs, and our wonderful community for supporting us. Thanks so much.
Very, very cool. I mean, it was short, but it was to the point. And the point is that was super, super impressive. All right. We're about 2 hours, 22 minutes into the show. We do have a little more for you guys, not a whole lot more. I'm going to read a few more comments. Wizard Cell says, send him great from me, or I guess you could say like a get well, and tell him I am from the movie Seven. I bet he will remember it. Yeah, I remember you. Absolutely. Here's the thing, Seven, Wizard Cell, I want you to know this. So I immediately remember. How do I immediately remember you? It's your avatar. So like if you would have switched your avatar, I mean, Wizard Cell would have something like that. Sounds very familiar, but it's because you kept that avatar. So by all means, always keep that avatar. It helps us like remind us of who you are, right? So he's definitely going to remember you. And thank you for the warm wishes to Larry. All right. Now, in regards to warm wishes to Larry, I'm going to basically mention how Crypto Winner told Larry to go F himself about 20 times, and that Crypto Winner is a low-life piece of, you know what? No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, Crypto Winner is going to say, he says, send money through Cosmos. I pay like quadruple 134 in gas. That's like nothing. Very cool. All right. Tim Shea says everything other than ETH costs less than a penny. It seems. It does seem like that, right? And more people are educating themselves that, you know, especially businesses, you know, hey, we're not going to build on Ethereum. I don't care how appealing it may appear on the surface as far as their template, right? We're going to get hit with big fees. It's slow dinosaur blockchain. Let's look into like XDC or something like that, right? Or Casper, or Hedera, or something else. All right. Crypto Winner, most definitely check it out. And at the same time, let's make ourselves fully interoperable with get a hold of Gilbert Verdi and Martin Hargreaves Quant. All right. Crypto Winner says 100 Adam. Cool. Selmo Fudd. Hey, man. I'm glad you're commenting a little more. Larry Fink of BlackRock project earnings to $5 trillion in 2030. Very cool stuff. That is huge. And that's just off of BlackRock. Guys, great comment from Somo Flood. Doesn't comment all the time, but when he does, he's got real powerful comments. Thank you for that. That is, wow. 5 trillion from BlackRock alone, guys. Think about that. Think about that for a second. If you haven't quite fathomed what Somo Flood has just mentioned, we saw at the height of the last bull market, 2021. I'm going to keep referencing this. 11/11/2021. Bitcoin 69K, Ethereum roughly 4,500. Some other projects hit all-time highs around that particular time. But the key thing was the overall crypto market was roughly around 4 trillion. BlackRock alone, just like what you saw from Somo Flood, 5 trillion project earnings to in 2030. That's off of BlackRock alone. And what's the other key thing here, guys? You know what it is. The other key thing is understanding that BlackRock is going to have a big say, a big position with their stance and where they're going to align themselves in crypto. We've already seen a lot of that particular research. We brought you a lot of that. It's absolutely big because we have an idea now, especially with these behind closed doors meetings. Remember, we saw from Washer Guru. They're having these particular meetings. This is all, in my opinion, this is all planned. I mean, it's no longer a coincidence. So you have these behind closed door meetings, and it has stated private meetings where basically speaking, it's like, this has to be the next step towards not just getting the ball rolling, but like literally they're talking now before we can get the regulatory clarity. And then from there, the next big step to have institutional money come in because we have that clarity. They're not going to put it in all to this blockchain technology and so on unless they're 100% convinced that it's a safe bet. And you better believe that BlackRock understands that. So thank you for that again, Mr. Somo Flood. I'll give you just a second. All right, and let's go further down. We got Crypto Winner. I want to have 500 Adam, he says. All right, nothing wrong with that. I got my 10 quant. Nice, man. Congratulations on that. Congratulations. Cool Cat Crypto's in the house. Just came through the cat door. Should say just came through. You came in at 8:09. It is now 8:42. So sorry about that, but good to have you here tonight, Mr. Cool Cat. BSV in the house. All right, Blackwood states, I don't associate with people who choose to lay on the tracks instead of boarding the train. Yeah, no kidding. That's you know what? Because somebody, Blackwood, are you following me on Twitter? And if you're not, you just send me a DM. Send me that quote. I'm gonna retag it, and I'll tag I'll especially tag XRP community. That deserves to be put out there. That is a great quote. Maybe I take that and I actually put it like in a meme because I'm really good at making memes. I just don't post enough of them on Twitter. I used to back in the day with Facebook, but I hardly use Facebook at all anymore. That's a great quote, man. I'm going to have to take that from you, man. I don't associate with people who choose to lay on the tracks instead of boarding the freaking train. That sounds like something like Rosie Rios would say, or Brad Garlinghouse, or, David Schwartz or somebody like that, right? Not used to calling Mr. Joe Katz yet, but I understand. All right, Crypto Winner. I'm going to go to Cosmos Network and see if we can use, or see if we're using XRP and Quant with the IBC. Okay, cool. Go for it. Kid Grebo, he agrees 100%. Blackwood. Crypto Winner, that's why XRP pumped after 3 years, because they joined the Cosmos Hub. Oh, interesting. Cool Cat Crypto, that's only 90 miles from where I live. Might go to that. Man, if you do, you got to take some footage, man. You can even wear a crypto, Cool Cat Crypto furry suit or something. You can go as yourself. You know what I mean? All right. All right, let's go ahead and highlight that real quick. Some of Fuzz spot. I'm going to double check the other screen, make sure I didn't miss anything. And if anything, we're going to get back into what little bit we have left for news coverage. Let me see what we got. All right. All right. Let's see. So I think there's a tad bit more. But wait, there's more. Remember Billy Mays? He was my favorite of the pitchmen. Wasn't a big fan of Anthony Sullivan, but Billy Mays, rest in peace, Billy Mays, died the same day that Michael Jackson passed away. What was it? Late June, I believe, or July, something like that. Late June 2009. It was the same day Michael Jackson passed away. All right, so let me get through some of this. I didn't want to close that one out. Hold on a second. That was some info Mr. Michael Cornwell had. All right. So Mike Cornwell shared this with me earlier. I think he sent to me on a text. So I'm going to share it with you guys. You guys already know about this. I saw you guys mention it the other night. So NASDAQ to launch crypto custody services in Q2 2023. Some of their content creators have been covering this. I think Sean and Crypto Smith on his stream earlier on Straight Talk, he was talking a little bit about this. I think maybe Waddy, maybe a little bit too. After the recent bankruptcies, the exchange group NASDAQ is attempting to fill in the boots of crypto middlemen. Back in September 2022, Watcher Guru reported that NASDAQ Inc. was preparing to launch its own set of crypto custody services. According to the latest report, the services will be launched by the second quarter of this year. Just in NASDAQ to launch crypto custody services, like you see from Watcher Guru. Now, in regards to, excuse me. All right, so in regards to NASDAQ getting approvals in place, check this out. Ira Auerbach kind of makes you wonder if he's related to Red Auerbach. Probably not. But anyway, interesting name. Senior Vice President and Head of NASDAQ Digital Assets reportedly told in an interview that the exchange group is pushing ahead to get all the necessary technical infrastructure and regulatory approvals. In fact, it is also applied to the New York Department of Financial Services for a limited purpose trust company charter. Auerbach said that the providing custody services for Bitcoin and ETH will be the first step to build a broad suite of services for the group's digital assets division. Going down the line, it will also integrate executions for financial institutions. Different companies from the financial space have stepped up to provide safekeeping facilities. The fall of crypto lenders, well-established companies, and exchanges opened the doors to other giants to step in and test the waters. Back in Q4 2022, BNY Mellon launched its new digital asset custody platform. And like it says here, Fidelity is another prominent name. And we saw this. Remember the news that was dropped not that long ago in regards to Fidelity investments and crypto and so on. So in regards to that, Fidelity is another prominent name that offers crypto safekeeping services alongside BNP Paribas, the French financial giant. Also stepped into the custody game in 2022. The group signed a crypto custody partnership with Swiss digital asset safekeeping firm Medico last year. Now, this one last one. I know that's all verbatim, but it's good stuff. Look at this. NASDAQ Inc. has prior experience in the crypto market space. That's one of the main points. I mean, yeah, we understand NASDAQ definitely stands out when it comes to stocks, but, it'd be different if they were just stepping into crypto and they had no prior experience. That's not the case. So the group has provided market surveillance technologies to various crypto exchanges. The fact it revealed the launch of Hashdex, NASDAQ Crypto Index ETF, which is based on its own index in Q1 2021, states thus with the arrival of traditional finance players into the crypto industry, overall adoption can be expected to rise. My other key thing is some of the recent things that were mentioned, and that is these behind the scenes things that you heard or saw lately. This thing with NASDAQ, I think reports yesterday about that, was it or maybe it was this morning, either yesterday or this morning, I can't remember, that banks are going to enable this whole thing of enabling investors into what they hold in those banks to hold Bitcoin. That is very, very bullish in itself. So it's not that we're going to be using Bitcoin for transactions. I think obviously that's not the case, like where it's like back and forth payments constantly. No, right? We're so I think it was on Sean's stream. This was something that was brought up briefly. I did catch that part, And somebody asked Sean, Crypto Smith, like, well, is this bad news for Ripple? No, it's great news for them because they are still going to get the job done for as far as like on the payment side of things, especially for banked banks and so on, right? And not only that, that's not the only layer of Ripple. And then on the retail side, let's face it, with Stellar, right? That's still very, very good news. So my thing is, I think, like as the old saying goes, when it comes to Bitcoin, it's a great store of value. That's where it's at, storing it, not transferring it left and right because they're going to get hit with big fees and it's slow and so on, but to store it. If you think about this, right, when we talk about the Federal Reserve and so on, right, how they store gold bullion, right, and they have tons of it from and they even store other countries' reserves, right, at these particular Federal Reserve banks and so on. But the point is the store of value. That's more of a visual, physical representation of that. But Bitcoin, apparently, I guess also maybe Ethereum, but I would have more confidence, I guess you could say, in Bitcoin. As like we said, guys, that store of value for the banks. That in itself is big because going forward, the biggest complaint was, Bitcoin is, dinosaur technology, it's going to run its course. Now it shows that they understand it's not that it's running its course, that it is still, I guess, apparently a good store of value. So does that mean I go out and, rush into my bank and be like, yeah, man, rah, 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 Bitcoin, I'm becoming a Bitcoin maxi and because I want to store this in my bank? No. I understand that, for me, it's the altcoins, the utility, and so on. That return on investment to me is a lot more appealing. But let's face it, guys, once we get more of this regulatory clarity, FOMO money will come in again like it did before, like it has in the past and will continue to do so. So I think this does fuel the fire where people will say, at least 100K Bitcoin. I think Stardog mentioned the other day. I don't know if you're still watching Stardog or you're watching on the replay. Your 200K Bitcoin. That's consistent. People have been saying, throwing 200K Bitcoin. This whole thing about 1 million Bitcoin in 90 days, I think that's personally, I don't mean to, offend anybody, but I think that's a little bit absurd. I'm just going to throw that out there. All right. Let's kick it back into the comments. Really do appreciate everybody who's still here. Let's see how we're doing on the other screen. Make sure I'm not missing anything. All right. Let's see. All right. So Cool Cat says sell. Boom. All right. Rand, mark my word. XRP will never I don't know what you sent on that particular one. Sorry about that, Rand. Crypto winner, all CBDCs is going to stop in panhandling, purse pocket, snatching, snatch. Snatching, snatch. Snatching, snatch. And grab cash also to place closed bar coding to the blockchain. You must be doing like voice to text or something. It's not coming across right. Deeming an item stolen or bootleg if not stolen. I thought you gave me some degen talk there, man. With snatching snatch. God. All right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with snatch. Never mind. I gotta keep it clean. All right. Some more fun. Rain, we will see. Good point. All right, let's go further down. Boomer effing sooner. Uncle Buck. Vacation. Oh, these are great movies. John Candy, man. Oh, I miss John Candy. He was great, man. Those are fun. You could just watch those movies over and over. The original National Lampoon's Vacation, Dutch, Great Outdoors, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Pretty in Pink. Okay, all John Hughes movies. Thank you for quoting all those. Yes, thank you very much. Weird Science. Oh, Kelly LeBrock back then. My God. Thank you for that, Mr. Boomer F and Sooner. Cool stuff, man. Very cool stuff. All right. He's cooking our garbage. That sounds disgusting. All right. Crypto winner, I also believe every time we use Google Pay and Apple Pay, Cash App, Zelle, etc., we are using CBDC for every dollar burnt by the Fed. One CBDC is born. That's a good point. Mr. Crypto Winner with the knowledge. Hold on a second. Just that darn share is kind of getting. You turn on the fan or something. You know, I need to do that more often. And you turn on the fan when I'm not doing the segment where it's actually showing video and stuff, where I'm going to do like a recording or something. Because I mean, I'm just reading comments, so it's not that bad. All right, let's go further down. All right. Yep, those are the classic. Rand, 400 billion is okay and logic, but more than that. All right. Absolutely. Blackwood, the GOAT. Cypherium 2 video equals fire. Yeah. Guys, I promise it's Monday. I already, discussed this with Crypto Smith, Sean. We will have a response with you guys. And especially some people are not caught up with it, let's face it. But yeah, if you're wondering what Utility Talk Now will be on Monday, that will be the highlight of that show. Unless there's like some crazy Black Swan event that happens that particular day. I mean, that would suck, right? Oh, no, Black Swan event on Monday. No, Max said it. No, that's not what's going to happen. I'm not saying that at all. All right, Boomer Effort Sooner says, sub GS. Cool Cat says, must see my SIF 2 video. Gumte says Casper. All right, let's go further down. Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's a nice entry point. Well, I should say a nice DCA. If it's your original entry point, it's not too bad. I mean, it's pretty close to bottom. Cool Cat Crypto, you still down with BSV? You know he's gonna say you know me. All right. See the Canadian? I told you guys last year you should have invested in orange juice. That's a good point. This is not orange juice, though. This is mango juice. Actually, mango punch. All right. Eggs. Damn, Max, that's crazy. I'm looking like Nancy Pelosi this year. 100 for 100 in my longs and short, but I'm taking all types of product and buying strategically. Never listen to advice. Oh, you're talking about my portfolio? Yeah, and I didn't even read all the ISOs because I think it was Achman just wanted me to read my non-ISOs, so that's fine. Steve the Canadian says, oh, yeah, guys. Well, Steve, welcome. And, guys, as someone would say, you know what, guys, I got to take off right now. You want to know why? I'm sorry, but my friends, Shaman and Lazy Jedi of the Lazy Shamans show featuring Steve the Canadian, it's about to start. So shout out to you guys over on your platform. Let's take a moment to pause for station identification because I meant to do that earlier. Sorry about that. So you can go over to where? You can go over to ctnnetwork.net and you can see other content creators there by clicking on creators. And believe it or not, just like I mentioned, you can see the Crypto Smith. You can see even some other guys who are here earlier, Michael Montclair, Space Chick, Rural Black, who will be here next Thursday, by the way. JC the Man, Top Shelf Crypto, right? But if anything, I thought we had you on here. No, we don't. I'm going to have to send a message. So, Larry, if you're still watching, or if you're not, I'm going to send a message to you. We got to get Steve the Canadian. We got to get the Lazy Shaman show on here. We'll have to get you guys featured on there. Or maybe the deal was that maybe the deal was one of you guys didn't make a membership. I think you did. Let me click on members real quick. Let me just double check. We'll have to get was it Crypto's C4S? Yeah. We'll have to get him on there. Canadian. Let me see. Steve? Aha! You're not even on here, probably. Maybe you are. I don't know. Maybe it's Mr. Shaman. I don't know. But whatever the case be, we'll try to get you guys on here. So let's see here. Let's go back. But yeah, check it out. And let me stop the share on that one. All right. Gunta says, SIF Vid 2 made me nervous, guys. Yeah, the whole thing makes a lot of us nervous. But it's worth looking into. We can't just be raw on anything, right? Let's go further down and let's see here. Someone's welcome, Steve. Sif2 vid solidified my position in XRP XLM. Cool. But I mean, not cool about Sephirium. I mean, but that's a reality, right? So Steve the Canadian says, Ryan, no, I mean, I don't like him, but still would have been cool to see him in person and tell him he sucks. Here's the thing, Steve. So you tell him that, right? And you're like, it'd be cool to meet in person, tell him that. Here's what really does suck. Is he going to remember that you even told him that? Yeah. All right. Crypto Winter, not sure about Chile. She did do good when she was expected, and that was during the Qatar World Cup. They rug pull everyone basically with the promo and no execution. Qatar in general, that whole thing in itself. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was by the rumor, sell the news, but the thing was, I should have realized that it was more of Qatar and the location compared to just Chile's, but it is what it is. Biden is poo that goes to the toilet, says Boomer F and Sooner. Crypto Winner, I'll buy Chili's if they partner with Chili's. They changed their logo literally to Chili. That's funny. All right. All right. Let me see. I think there might be a few more. I don't want to make it too political. Read this one. Soma Fuzz said Floki is making moves. You didn't hear that from me. All right. I would agree with you on that. Wayne side, dudes, I finally got into XRP. Well, congratulations, man. Congratulations to Wayne side, got into XRP. That's awesome. Even though it's higher than it was at 32 cents, hey, look on the bright side. It's significantly less than its previous, all-time highs. If you're going to be holding for long term anyway, for that life-changing generational wealth, hey, you're not going to sweat a few cents, right? Or a dime more. I don't know if I agree with that, but he's the president. But I hear where you're coming from. I'm not a big fan of him either, but I also don't want to make it too political. Hopefully he takes his last. Oh, jeez. All right. But come on. In reality, look here. If that happens, then you end up getting Kamala Harris. So then people are going to complain about that. So anyway, all right. We have Crypto Winner. Never mix politics and emotion. You might just end up in jail for running into Capitol Hill. Oh, jeez. All right. I'm going to read Blackwood's comment. If SEC becomes the de facto regulator for crypto, then retail is getting shut out. CFTC needs to be backed up by Congress or the U.S. is screwed. That's a good point. Max, I'm buying again at 1089 for your Cosmos. I imagine that's what you're referencing there. Let me double check the other screen so we're doing good. But yeah, once again, congrats to Wayne said. That's cool, man. Thanks for reporting that. Summer Flood, Crypto Winner, check out Sin City Crypto. One of my all-time favorite movies, by the way, I just want to throw this out there, is Sin City. The sequel was, the follow-up. I don't really consider it like a true sequel. It was a decent movie. But the first original Sin City movie was great, and the comics are great. Shout out to Frank Miller. All right. Thanks, team. You're very welcome. All right. Let me see. I'm going to check my other screen real quick. Make sure that I'm all caught up. All right. I think we are. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight this. Selma, that's a good one. David is on Frankie Candles every so often. All right. So let me see what we got. If we have anything left. I don't think we do. But I'll see if I'm tagged or anything. I reread that from Mike Cornwell. All this stuff. All right, good stuff on that. We did talk about the whole thing with Do Kwon. Talked about Arbitron briefly. Jasmine, obviously. So that's about it. I'll read the last few comments that I see. And let's see here. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, no problem. Hold on. Yeah, I love my guy Larry. Damn sure he can throw a punch and take it, feel better. Yeah, he was able to take. You know how many other channels? How about this? Could we mention this? You know how many other channels, and you guys know who those people are. I'm not going to mention their names, but you already know who they are. You know how many channels would have had you off of there for life? Absolutely. So yes, Larry can damn sure take a punch. But I'm glad. You know what? That made my day. I'm glad that you feel that way. I know that it takes a lot to earn your respect, Badir, but we do appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, B, for being a long time supporter for the good times and bad. Appreciate you guys. Crypto winner, a lot of elites and powerful people are connected to BlackRock. I totally agree. BlackRock owns Coinbase with Morgan Stanley. Badir says, crypto winner, sorry. There's also this year's crypto new market maker who liquidated Kathy Wood and helped bring down FTX. You and your Mr. Market Maker, you ought to have a slogan. You're always talking. I remember when I used to go in Discord with you guys. I need to start doing that again. It's just a lot of times, if I do it, it's gonna be like, I don't know. It can be like a rabbit hole in a good way. You know what I mean? Like, because here's the thing. If I did a long show, like Stardog would say, like a WrestleMania, like a long show, and then hop in there on top of that. That would just be like, oh man, that could end up being like 8 hours of just nothing but crypto. And that's just that's where I would really get burned out. But anyway, I do miss coming on there once in a while. But yeah, good point, Mr. Selmo Fudd. That's what BlackRock wants and gets. This is huge, massive. BlackRock was introduced to Obama by George Bush Jr. to bail out the U.S. economy by buying every U.S. stock during the housing market crash. You were in Fargo, North Dakota the day Michael Jackson died? Really? You learn something every day. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Selmo Fudd, who's been in this crypto game longer than most of us. Crypto McDizzle for Shizzle. This info is huge, eh? BlackRock is number one in the world and holding the biggest real estate ownership of property worldwide. Yeah, they're big. Yep. Wayside says he was born in Fargo, North Dakota. Interesting. Hey, I want to state this. So I love the movie Fargo, and I especially love the TV show that much more. If you've ever seen the TV show, the TV series Fargo is very well put together. I need to catch up on it. The last season I was at was where it had Chris Rock on it, and I think it takes place in the 1940s, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe it also takes place in Ohio. I don't know if it's in Cleveland. Shout out to you, someone in Cleveland. You think Larry Fink is a shyster, though? I think he is behind the scenes, too. Crypto Winner says last year crypto exchanges got liquidated and bought out by the top investors, and now the small banks are getting liquidated to tell the likes of Charles Schwab to buy banks now. So Bob is there. Man, forget Charles Schwab. They pissed me off, to be honest. I had 3 interviews with them. 3. And at the end of the day, the excuse that they gave me was I was overqualified. And I was just like, you guys interviewed me 3 times to finally tell me on the 3rd interview that I'm overqualified? This was years ago. And they're like, yeah, turns out the max you can have is like a bachelor's for the position. The MBA is overqualified. I'm just like, this is so stupid. And I can't stand it, these companies that do this crap. They tell all of, we even tell our kids out there to, go above and beyond and try to, be overachievers and stuff like that. And then this thing within the last few years, not too recent, I'm not talking about decades ago, to be told that, basically speaking, that, your achievements don't mean crap because you're overqualified. I just, irks me. But it all worked out. You know what? I was able to put my focus on other things. But yeah, it's another little gripe I have with Charles Schwab. 3 interviews. What a giant waste of time that was. All because those people from their HR department supposedly wanted to find the right fit. And little do they know, I could also, even though I minored in it, I minored in HR. And that would be all I ever say about it ever again. I promise you. All right. Less QQ, more pew pew, as the gamers would say. All right. Good to see you, Edward Vincent. Thank you for being here. Larry Fink, the owner of BlackRock, is one of our 72 stars under the rotunda in Capitol Hill. Represents the people that run America. Boomer After Super says, that's cool, Wayne Son. My wife is from Grand Forks. Took her up since she hadn't been there since 1986. All right, just reading the last few comments. Good to winter. I bought the condo. Lit crashed my motor. Oh, your scooter. Oh, yeah, I remember your little moped thing. Cycle trying to get some pussycat, but still have 8 other bikes waiting for you guys. Got the private beach in front of the house. Ooh, nice. Probably SoCal 59 years. All right. I think I'm way behind on the comments. Not too far down. All right. Hold on a second. Let me go further down. Wayne says more rain than usual in Southern California this year. Still love it. Although Tahiti is paradise. Yeah, I plan on going there. Mississippi news anchor fired for saying for shizzle manizzle on the air. Oh, really? That's so stupid. But I don't know. Hold on. It was probably because she was white, right? She was white and that was considered racist, I guess. But if it was the other way around, it wouldn't be. I don't know. I mean, I get it. And they may have a policy where it's considered being unprofessional. So it is what it is, guys. I could say it because I don't really have a boss, I guess you could say. Anyway, so Flood says, Wayneside, my brother lives in Oceanside. My aunt and my uncle live there too. And he said his wife said the same thing about rain and snow 2 hours away. Blackwood Max, which Twitter page do I follow? I see 2, and I want to make sure I'm not following a scam account. All right, so the one on top is Larry's. The one on the bottom is mine. All right. Crypto Winner, copy it on Sin City. All right, hold on a second. The first season of Fargo with Billy Bob was great. Oh, yeah, it was. I mean, he was a cold-blooded assassin with just, oh, God. He was like, you know what I used to call him? My girlfriend and I used to watch that show. We would refer to his character as the Death Angel. Literally. We'd be like, oh, here comes the Grim Reaper, or here comes the Death Angel. I mean, that guy his character was ruthless. Yes, I totally agree. I mean, I'll have to look more into it. His character should have won some awards for that role. He nailed that role. Try message you, Max, but says it can't be messaged. And that's stupid. Hold on a second. Because I don't have my settings set up that way. I know Larry does. No, you know what? I don't have. So here's the thing. I'm at DPG Max's. For Larry, he has his set up that way. I do not have mine set up that way. I mean, I could double check that, but last I checked, I never changed it that way. All right. Your name is faded out when trying to send a message. All right, give me your Twitter, and then I'll add you, if that's the case, and then that way it's fixed. April Cornwell says, hey, Max. Here's the flowers. Thank you for being here, April. Hey, here's a long-time supporter, and I haven't seen you for a long time, Brittany. Let's see, you got a new picture, looking lovely. And I think we in the mirror, or what are you doing? Let me see. Cool. Well, you too. You guys are both looking great. That's good. All right, Tim Shea says, Blackwood, he may need to follow you back. I usually don't have it set up that way, guys. I'm a very approachable person. I know I don't think that's because I get people who can send me messages or spammers all the time. I'm a very, like, anybody can get a hold of me, so I don't make a big deal about it. I'm pretty sure if you're thinking at Crypto Talk Now 21 is me, that's actually Larry's, and his has always been set up that way. But for me, at DPG Maximus, I've never had it set up that way. So, yeah. All right, Crypto Winner, Max, I'm trying to do an intern for a trading firm this year. Not sure if I can say their name. Oh man, that'd be awesome. You know, I mean, if you get the job and so on, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you can't say their name, that's okay. Hope you get it, man. That'd be cool. All right. Yeah, you're welcome. Edward Vincent. Yeah, I have 2 broken rims after crashing my bike. Didn't get the girl. Twitter has been messed up lately. Yeah, good point. So, how about this, Blackwood? I believe that you're on the forums. You're on the CTN Network site. So you could, if you want, you just send me a message on there with whatever you need. Or if you specifically want on Twitter, you can, how about this? You send me a message on ctnnetwork.net. And then from there, I can, get your Twitter handle and, try to fix or look into it more. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. And if anything, guys, it's been a great show. The highlight, obviously, was the beginning with Jasmine. So if you missed that, owe it to yourself to rewind if you choose to do so. There'll also probably be a record within the next day or so in regards to that news. So as the saying goes, thanks again for being here. Know what you have, know where you hold it. Understand the research that you've done. We're that much more closer to the finish line, guys. Thanks for being here this Saturday night. Really appreciate you all. And you guys have a great night. Over and out for now. And we're going to play the outro. Here we go. Take it easy.